Okay, we're gonna do our daily, well, first of all, we're gonna find some more music, because I can't roleplay in the silence. That would just be fucking weird. Do some Zelda music? Can I just... Yeah! Yeah, this is a chill day. Yeah, this is nice. I don't have to worry about anything. All is well in the world. Original Sin music? I just feel like I've heard that too much. Okay, let's see what there is to learn in the ways of medicine. 51's not bad. Let's see what we can do then. We'll get our daily book to study. And we'll head about and see who there is to find. And maybe we'll observe them for a bit. What'll happen is my spawner will totally work because I totally have fixed this by now. There we go. See, all is well. Got my day's reading. Maybe I'll even get some fishing done. I do want to learn to fish a bit more. Yeah, that's it. I'll go do some fishing. See if that gate is still there. And I'll multitask. I can multitask, right? Of course I can. I feel like this is the day I can do. I'm sorry you don't feel motivated, Muggs. Hey, if you want to talk about something at some stage and, see if we can get someone set up, I'm more than happy to work with you on that. Good morning.
Good morning.
Any sign of that bastard, or are we clear for now?
Which bastard?
The big one in the water. You know, the snappy, crocky dude that we're supposed to be taking down?
The crocodile. No, haven't seen him at all.
Huh.
But, if I do hear it or smell it, it should be quite obvious. Everybody says how smelly it is.
I didn't realize it smelled.
Well, that's what everybody's saying.
Huh.
But haven't smelled much but the sea salt today, so...
I think there was certainly something we were doing that was smelling. Trying to get the fish together and lure it over. Oh, well, who knows? Maybe it's on like a migratory thing, like it goes rounds and hunts in circles. I've heard some beasts do that. They got like a big path
maybe
they
came
go
here
over.
To just came here to rest and then... I mean, that's what the ones back home do.
The gators?
So... Yeah, they just kind of sit there, mouth open, just kind of... And then they just leave.
Sounds kind of chill.
Yeah, they're very relaxed too. You can walk right up to them and they just sit there, as long as you don't poke them.
Huh. Okay, well, I was gonna get some fishing done if it's gone. Hopefully it doesn't pull me under again, but I'm sure it'll be okay. You have a good day now!
Yeah. Farewell. I need to hunt.
Whoop! There we go. Everybody's kind of walking around like crazy, huh? You alright?
Two new recruits? Yep.
Is there?
It seems like the gator's not there, so we
Huh.
might have to delay the hunt.
Huh. Must be going on some sort of like hunting circle or something. Probably be back here in a couple of weeks, I bet. It was a couple of days since, I got taken under that it showed up again, so, yeah, maybe it's like going in a circle or something. I don't know. Like traveling up and down the coast.
I don't know too much about how animals work, so maybe.
Well, I just talked to someone who seemed to be pretty familiar with gators, and they thought that was a pretty clear theory. So, that's all well and good.
Oh,
Might get some fishing
yeah,
done then.
that makes sense. Yeah, that sounds like probably a good idea.
Have you seen Zoldos about anywhere?
Not really. Not since his last feast. He called it with a few others.
Huh. Well, he was helping me out a couple of days ago in the cave. I haven't seen him since. I should probably catch up with him. He's a nice guy.
Yeah, I haven't seen him all too much recently.
Sure. Are you okay there? Yeah. You just stretching or something? You got something wrong with your lower back?
No, it's taking in the air and the sunlight.
Yeah, it is always kind of peaceful by the sea in the morning. I always kind of like watching the mist go over the mountains as well. It's very calming.
The area looks kind of different today, but I haven't been here in a few days, so maybe that's why.
Huh? Yeah, that is a bit different. Not sure why. Ah, well, I was gonna get some fishing done. I'll see you guys later.
Yeah. I'll see you in a bit.
See ya.
So how crazy Arthur is directly proportional to how stressed he is. Right now, he's just found a new religion. He's making friends with people. The gate is gone. He feels good about doing some surgery he didn't expect doing. He's pretty swell.
Zelda does fit kinda well. I'm always a little bit worried about using Nintendo. But hey, it is what it is. Hello there, Mr. Gator. I really need to switch the fucking skybox. I got a different one working for one night stand. I should really learn how to talk about this sort of shit when I'm on stream. I notice model makers doing it all the time. They like comment on models and I'm like, I didn't even know that was a problem, but now I can see it. Thank you. Well, here we go then. I guess we'll take a seat right here. Read up on some medicine. Maybe there's something to be learned in here. And think more about how I am going to pervert this cult situation into working for my plans. I guess we'll do a roll for the fishing in the background as well. Once again, I haven't added the rod in yet, so there we go. Oh shit, I'm probably still playing Wolong according to Twitch. Oh, 16's not bad. Oh, actually, I think I have to roll at disadvantage. Damn, fuck. Okay, better switch it to VRC. My bad. I knew there was something I'd forget. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, so basic principles of the brain. Probably nothing I haven't learned in here before, but it's worth giving it a go at least, while we're waiting for something to bite. Quickly ask something in the Discord. Just a rules clarification, I think. Hey, can I just confirm, if you don't have a point in something, you roll a disadvantage for it, right?
Yes.
Thank you. Okay, well in that case, I suck dick at fishing today. Oh, do I? I don't actually know what that looks like. So just while I'm here reading and giving a reasonable amount of time, I'm kind of interested in pre-industrial fantasy. Like D&D, but brought on just before the cusp of a revolutionary age. Industrial revolution, that is. I've had a setting I want to work for some time, and then I thought, hey, maybe we could move it forwards a little bit in time and do something a bit interesting. Open up the spectrum of what's possible. A little bit of industrial espionage in there as well, a little bit of a East India situation. No more Unga Bunga? Maybe. The idea's kind of evolved. We could possibly reference the work that we did for that. There's just been so many different projects, man. And I'm starting to feel like the only way that I'm gonna get one done is if I just do it by myself. So, for those of you who don't know, I have a bipolar disorder. And as a result of having bipolar disorder, I don't really trust myself to run a lot of things. Because I'm always worried that, if you have to be on the beat for an entire season, eventually you'll end up speaking to someone the wrong day or dropping a ball, but I've been going through a lot of difficult stuff recently, and I've been really proud with how I handle it. It's made me think a lot about how we kind of learn and develop under pressure, right? It's the old Antigone. You don't know the measure of a man until the test of power. A little bit crazy for this scenario. But I keep thinking, I've seen people run projects all the time, and I don't think they're any more or less developed than I am as people. So maybe I'll give it a shot. Give it a go for myself. I still do want to do Unga Bunga at some point, though. Okay, I think this is probably enough time to do a bit of light reading and move on. I don't like spending too much time on it anyway. Yeah, let's go. I won't name names, honestly. But for a rare condition, it is actually amazing how many people I've met within the space who have, the same condition, you know what I'm saying? Though I suppose that's the thing about RP, isn't it? Is that even though it's something that requires quite a lot of social skills in order to practice and do, it attracts people with, well, more often than not, some of the least developed social skills, etc. It's kind of a safe testing ground. I guess that's why VR is such a logical place for it, because of how many people use VR. Chat just in general is like a space to explore themselves or learn to be better communicators or people. I know it certainly taught me a lot about myself. Yeah, well, that's the thing. I had asked other people to help with the workload, but the issue was they were American. And as they were American, they were super hard to work with. Because different times, different hours, different cultures. I'm starting to believe that Brunswick had the right idea. Just aggressively do your thing. And then over time, kind of build yourself a team of people who help and support it, who share in the vision. It takes so long to communicate what your idea or vision for a project is. And I'm thinking perhaps it's a better idea just to build something and show people. And then find out if people are a good fit after that or not. Gotta find some Europeans. Yeah, that's the point. I want to find some Europeans. But the space just isn't that developed. Oh, it's huge for the trans community and other people as well. I mean, in many ways, VR chat completely changed my life in the sense of, well, not only the streaming thing, which I do for a hobby, but of course, that's how I got to know Cookie. And we've been together for 3 years, and now we're buying a house together. Is this music making me feel nostalgic? Is that what's going on? It absolutely is. I better get this book back to the library and go back to Dark Souls again. Get more fighty. Now, to remember which fucking portal it was, because I never do. I want to say blue, but not that blue. This blue. Is it this blue? Guess we'll find out. It was this blue.
But I don't have much planned for today, really.
You right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, for the most part.
It's unusual to see so many people in the library.
Yes, I couldn't really find anyone. I was surprised there were 2 people here, but it seemed pretty empty everywhere else.
Well, I was having a chat with a couple of people down by the docks not too long ago. Also, I heard news that there was 2 new recruits coming along or something that they were going to say hi to.
Who is there?
Yeah, I was just doing some reading down by the docks. I usually kind of go out there. Gator scared off all the fish, or maybe it ate all of them or something, but I couldn't catch nothing for love nor
I
money.
see. Yeah, I had to look down there. I couldn't see it swimming around, so maybe it's gone away for a little bit. Who knows?
Well, how you
Did
doing?
you know the hedgehog is a person now?
What?
The hedgehog,
Levi Jr.?
the one that
Yeah, Levi Jr.
the one that Yukio adopted. It's a person.
What do you mean it's a person? That doesn't make any sense.
Huh?
A hedgehog just can't just become a person.
Well, I cleared its throat up.
Is that how beastkin are born?
No, it is not how beastkin are born.
Think so.
Okay,
No.
it's like he's a beastkin. He's got like spikes on his back and stuff.
Wait, was it just that this whole time was just like a beastkin that was like transformed into a hedgehog, and they didn't reveal like they were actually a
Oh
person?
right, that has happened. Maybe.
I mean, it could be. I didn't really
I
ask
don't
him.
know. How long can they stay in those like transformations anyway?
I mean, they could do it
I don't really know
indefinitely
much
if they
about
like.
beastkin.
I don't think there's much of a restriction on us doing it. We just kind of use this one because it's kind of more convenient, You okay there?
Yeah,
don't think
I'd
I
much
was gonna
rather be
trust-
this than a.
Oh, we're in
one
trouble because we're talking in a library, right? Yeah, that makes sense. I used to get told off back at the university all the time because apparently I talk like way too much. With it.
I think now I don't. I'm not going to trust any animal that I see. I'm going to suspect that it's like a person.
That's a
in
good
disguise or
idea.
something.
It could be like enchanted or something, or a beastkin. They could be like watching you, you know. I used to know someone, and they would do this all the time at the University of the Arcane, right? You'd get a load of the undergrads. What they would do is they would spend like a while over the semester. Whenever we went on break, they'd do the transformation back into their animals specifically so they could look in on the women's dorms. Like, you could tell they were doing it. They
I
were not
see.
subtle. It's just like you kind of sat there in your bathtub and this fox is just like staring at you through the window, breathing heavily. It's like, it's not subtle. Really gets a bad rap for the rest of us. But yeah,
Yeah, I
anyway.
think I'd be creeped out even if it wasn't a person.
Yeah, it's created a rule of like
Yeah,
no
no,
transformations
no,
on
like
campus, and then that all turned into like a kind of like ethics thing because it's technically part of our nature, but it's kind of bygones be bygones. Honestly, I just thought it was disgusting.
Yeah. Yeah,
It's
that is pretty disgusting.
It's also way harder to like clean fur. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a great thing about skin is it just kind of like you just wash dirt off it. You got fur going on. Not only does drying take forever, but you've really got to get your fingers in there, and yeah, it feels nicer. But yeah, it is what it is. Anyway, I think I saw Beacon going around and getting the new guys, so I guess I'll see if I can find them. Maybe there's someone there. I also think I saw Dez about earlier. I'm not sure. I haven't seen Dez in a couple of days.
I took a look at the med ward, but I didn't see anyone there.
Huh, well, she's probably
Same.
gathering herbs or something. I think she's been avoiding me, to be honest. Ever since she learned that I wasn't necessarily helping out overnight in the medical ward the way I necessarily should have been, but to be fair, she did offer first, so... If she wanted a rota, she could have talked to me about it at any point. Otherwise, more than happy to let her do that. I was just downstairs
I
anyway.
feel like most of the recruits. I feel like with the med ward, it's usually not like a specific. There's like a designated like amount you have to do. Usually, I just go there and like do occasional stuff. There's
Yeah,
not really
well-
much expected of recruits.
Well, I don't really know what's expected. Apparently, I have to capture this gator at some point. But hey, if it's not here, then what am I gonna do? I'm not gonna swim it down. In fact, I don't think I'm gonna be swimming
I can
again
help.
for a while. You can?
Yeah, that's fair.
I was a hunter in my village. I can help.
So you can hunt giant, like, gators? In the
Probably.
sea?
Hmm.
Probably.
Huh.
Okay, have you
How?
even seen the gator there? You know, it's like
No.
enormous. It's like the size of a ship.
Oh. Oh. Well, that's not that hard to track.
But it's in the sea. It's not like it's breaking branches about the place and leaving footprints. It's swimming.
Yeah, but it's still like it's a ship but underwater. That's not that hard to see.
I mean,
look down.
it's-
There's loads
it's
of
not-
ships
it's
in the
not about
water right
trying
now,
to
I'm
see
sure,
it.
but I don't know where they are.
Yeah, it's less about trying to see it. It's more like trying to actually do anything that would bother it.
Yeah, that's a good point as well. We were gonna try and collapse a cave on its head, I think, but hey, once again, if it's not here, we can't do anything. We kind of felt bad as
It's
well.
not really doing much anyway.
We got Kiri to make a load of like stinky fish for them. Apparently, did you know they were covered in mold? And also, they've got this huge
yes, they
gaping
are.
wound on their back. I feel like it should bother them.
Yeah, so,
Oh.
well, see that wound on the back is like I believe it's like a curse or something, and
Yeah.
like that's what causes the mold.
I
I tried to
Ah.
like I tried to help out a little bit, but it just ended up hurting her really.
huh.
So I think there's like you know
Like
cure
how
the
hurt?
curse or something.
I mean, there must be some way to do it,
Wait, is she,
right?
like- Well, so specifically, I used a spell called Lesser Restoration. You know, it cures diseases and such.
Huh.
And it did get rid of some mold, but it just ended up like hurting her a lot. Like she like
Well, it's
screamed in
not
pain.
really like a
and then-
disease, is it? It's more of like a curse. So surely you'd
know.
want to do something for the curse.
Yeah, I was more testing out the spell. to see
You
if it
okay,
worked at all,
Klaus? Are we
and then it-
bothering you?
Huh?
Are we bothering you?
No, you're not.
Okay, sorry. I thought you were getting pissed off with us. I get pissed off with this as well if I heard people talking in the library this much. But hey, it is what it is. Either way, I'm gonna go see if I can find the others. Also, Revner. I needed to talk to her about a weapon or something, but I kind of got distracted the other day. Huh. Anyway, have a good day now. Hope you enjoy your reading or whatever you're doing.
Bye.
And if you do think of a way to, like, track a gator, let me know.
Well, I have a little idea I'm
Hudson
wanting to try
that
out, and I
we're
feel like it's
friends,
best to test these kind of
you
things
know,
out.
may not be the
People
small
to
little
test
guy
the
that
What
we're
the
really
hell are
adopted,
you
but
wearing?
Like I said,
Yeah.
you're a
he's
big
our
sturdy
friend,
guy
you
who has
know,
a chakra or
so
whatnot,
don't
so...
Is
keep
that
it
the
like you have to
hedgehog?
respect it, you know?
I love that they did that so
We all
much.
We protect each other. You know, it's just
Yeah.
look out for each other. Friendship stuff.
Testing out things.
Huh. So I guess he was a beastkin.
I mean,
Man, he transformed fast.
I mean, look at him.
oh, speaking
He's like a
I
human
talked
dog.
to-
Punching bag. You can also
Hey, you
use
okay?
it.
and apparently we don't need to keep that thing a secret.
Good to see you, man.
Okay.
Ooh, no, actually, spiky back. Sorry, shouldn't go in for the hug.
Planning on telling the entire guild anyway.
Thank you
So we can go back
for healing.
our normal
Yeah, it's great, man. I'm glad it worked out. Truth be told, you could have, like, mentioned you were a beastkin or something, though. It would have made things a lot easier, to sign off, etc.
He wanted.
Well, I know you couldn't talk, but you could still have your little feelers, couldn't you? We needed to get you a chalk or something. Ah, well, either way, I'm glad it worked out. You're feeling okay now. We need to get you sorted some new clothes, though.
stop talking about
How
it.
long were you stuck like that?
I'm awkward. Sorry.
right. 2 years.
2 years?
Ready, Owner?
Man, we need to get you like a bath or something. I remember I had to transform for like a couple of weeks, and just the feeling of everything in my fur was like, ugh. You must be really fucking hungry as well. Have you gone to the inn or anything?
They gave me apple.
Yeah, that's probably not gonna cut it. We'll need to get you some meat or something. I think that I was trying to do some fishing earlier. No dice though. Either way, I'm glad it worked out for you, man. I'll be seeing you. Whoa! That is not what I intended to do. I was gonna walk to the inn and get some food. See you around.
Well, speculated they might be near the arena.
Gotcha. I'll keep an eye out. That sounds like fun. Hey, Arthur.
Hey, what's up?
I think the thing's gone, so I don't think we really need to do that anymore.
Well, it's probably just on a big... I was talking to someone earlier, they said that it might be like doing like a rounds of the shoreline, like going in a big circle, so it could be back in a couple of days, you know. Either way, did you know that your
but that
little
gives us more
junior
time to
man
plan.
was a beastkin? I have to say, it's a bit of a surprise.
No. Yeah, I didn't know at all. I probably should have. Hey, probably should have kept that in mind when Zacharias is like, "What's wrong with you?" to him, or something like that.
Yeah, he was responding pretty well.
Yeah, and he was almost speaking complete common. That probably like is a good point. We did wake up to it this morning, and we thought he ate him. But that is in fact Levi Jr.
No, that's just
who
what
is
we
also
do.
named Hudson.
Yeah, he's we should probably just call him Hudson from now on, yeah. That's probably his actual name. Either way, I'm glad it worked out.
I'm relieved that I don't have to be a parent.
Yeah, well, I mean, he still needs a
Gets to
good
live
bit
his
of
own
help.
life now.
Man, hedgehogs really have it rough on the clothing front. He's probably struggling to put the spikes away in that, you know? Just with the 2 years stuck as a hedgehog thing.
Yeah.
Either way.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did good job, Rux.
Yeah.
See,
Hi,
that was
Rux.
you helping out with that.
Good job, Rux. Thank you, Rux.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna go get some food, maybe feed Rux as well. I think some...
Okay.
Is this one of the... Is he joining now? Is he like a recruit? Or like, what's going on with it?
He said he's gonna stay around to protect Daniel and I because he's indebted to us. But I said we're just friends. Just hang around to hang around. And he wants to also protect the forest creatures because Ironheart did kick him when he was like a hedgehog, and he's kind of holding a grudge against that.
Yeah, I would hold a grudge as
know.
well, particularly when he was there clearly needing help. Ah, well. I'll see you guys later. I'm gonna... Inn is this way, right? Am I getting turned around? Is that the way to the inn?
The inn is that way.
I am getting
That
turned
big building
around.
There's the inn.
I always get confused with coming out of these portals, man. Thank you.
Yeah, it's all over the place sometimes. You know, it happens to the best of us.
Innovation.
It sure does. Arthur is in such a good mood today. The gate is gone. He doesn't have to fight it. There are no seniors making everything scary. He helped people. I try to put lights in here. Ari, I'm sorry. I try to fix this place. But would you believe it that assets made in 2004 World of Warcraft, yeah, they really aren't the best. I mean, they were great for the time. But right now, sorry, no. Today is a good day. He's a spiky boy. I get like he was probably wanting a reaction out of that, but like, I guess to me, to Arthur anyway, this is like just what he does and his people, right? Like technically I should have a cat form. Maybe I should get a cat form. Well, we could still make the basement vanish if we update it. Do you want to have a basement vanishing toggle? I shouldn't be promising things like that. Either way, it's a bit of food in the belly. Yeah, I could do the cat form. It shouldn't be hard. He says, having never done a four-legged model before. Yeah, it probably could be quite hard. I don't do a lot of my own model work either in terms of the blender stuff. Do you know what? I reckon Cookie's got this. She'll be able to sort that out. Hey, Des! You still avoiding me?
It basically puts the shield up.
It's physically impossible.
Kind of like a shield.
I had things to do. I wasn't avoiding anyone.
Okay.
When was the medical tent last cleaned?
Like 2 days ago? I try and keep on top of it, but we've not been using it much recently. I know, incredible. It's like the guild's a whole new place.
Don't learn any like resistance against it, you know. 'cause,
Not surprising. It is an open door medical tent, though. I'll be sure to clean it out today.
Well, I've heard tell now that we are actually getting a new building at some stage, but, not sure when. Yeah. So hopefully we won't have to be sticking around in that thing for much longer, but, 'cause, man, each time I come in there and I'm surprised that it hasn't burned down, you know what I'm saying? Just with lamps all over the place.
It is the biggest fire hazard.
It's just awful for everyone involved. Even so, yeah, I hear we're no longer the new kids on the block. I don't know what to feel about that. We're not the new guys anymore.
I guess.
I guess it'll keep some of us from not being bullied.
Yeah. Well, it's always good to make progress, I suppose, and it's good to see more people coming about. Either way, do you need anything to do today or anything? I'm on a bit of a roll, and I kind of was supposed to be hunting a gator today, but then it just kind of left, so I'm kind of like at a loose end.
Well, now there's bears, if that
There's
piques your fancy, but
bears?
I would like to learn some...
Oddly uncommon, and I think
Yes, apparently a few were headed out to try and track and hunt them.
Huh. Okay, well that's good at least.
Lay off the bears.
Lay off the
Took
bears.
care of one this morning, and that was about it. Yeah, well, more just the wildlife in general.
Yeah, well,
People were like hunting a crocodile.
yeah, you gotta be
earlier.
careful. It turns out that there's just a number of beastkin who are like stuck as beastkin out here. So, you know, at least like try and talk to them first, okay?
Oh, have you met?
Yeah, the hedgehog I did surgery on.
Not Levi Jr.
Turns out, yeah, his name's Hudson. Yeah, no, I could see he had a breathing difficulty, and like, you know, Levi was just like, oh yeah, hey, you little guy, and blah blah blah, but he was clearly, reacting to common and basically nearly talking. So I took him into the tent, opened up the airway, and would you look at that? He was stuck in beast form for 2 years. Man, that would suck. Yeah, 2 years. As I said, I got stuck as a cat for like 2 weeks. That was too much. Too much dirt in the fur. Had to come back.
So you can do that too?
All beastkin can.
Is a very pivotal thing.
Wow.
Just takes time.
And still work. It's making a cannon that can fit on your
And
wrist.
it's kind of uncomfortable as well. Yeah, it's true, and you can't really talk to anyone, but you know, it helps. Sometimes, occasionally.
Please understand. Not
I'm way better at like
Some of
catching
those
rats.
instincts carry over,
Yes.
like the need to meow.
Yes. Thankfully, after years of training, I don't do it unless I'm extremely stressed. But I haven't got there yet.
That's surprising to hear.
I know. There's like levels of stress you haven't seen yet. Incredible, right? Anyway,
Constantly stressed. If you have time today, I would like to learn some medical training if you can.
oh yeah, sure. I'm more than happy to do so.
Yeah.
Actually, Revna, sorry, is it Revna? I always forget your name for some reason. I do apologize.
Yeah, it's Revna.
Oh, I started thinking your name began with like an X for some reason, and that kind of got it wrong. I was hoping I could talk to you about getting a weapon sorted out. Yeah, I don't know where I heard it from. I think it was Zoldos was talking to me about this kind of like Xenon guy, and then your name came up, and I don't know. I guess it was just two names in my head at the same time. And you know when you kind of like get something wrong, and then you're worried that you're gonna get it wrong over and over again. So you guys, yeah. You understand what I'm saying? Either way, yeah. Like I'm making a bit of money from like I guess doing the medical stuff and sorting everything out, and I feel like it's probably inevitable, given that I've been stabbed like twice since I came to this guild, that I should probably learn how to pick up a weapon at some stage. And I was hoping you could sort me out for that.
I mean, definitely. I'm still kind of expecting payment for the shin guards.
Oh, have they not paid you for
I'd
that?
happily make you a weapon.
How much do I owe you?
Oof. 1 silver?
Oh, yeah, sure. No worries. There you go.
Thank you. This is great. Just wait.
Is that a problem?
So, honestly, I thought that was a little too high. I was highballing you there.
You were highballing me? Well, you can give me some of that back then. I'm more than happy to I'm more than happy to do the copper if you want to. I don't know. I'm not a smith. I don't know how much. I don't buy armor occasionally. You take. So this is the thing now, right? You're gonna take advantage of me every time I ask for something because I'm not an expert in this field. Is that the way this is gonna work?
Now that you know, no.
Yeah, well, okay, well, now that I know what you're gonna do is you're gonna say it's twice as expensive, and then I'm gonna undercut you by half, and you're still gonna win by 40% or something. I know how this works.
I didn't even think of that.
God damn it!
Look.
Okay.
Just tell me what you're looking for in a weapon.
I don't know. I don't really know what would be good. I was hoping, first, do you have, a specialty or anything like that? I mean, you've got all sorts of crazy things going on. I don't think I need anything that sophisticated.
I'm stopping. I'm putting a stop to working for Zoldos for now, but,
What were you doing for Zoldos?
So you don't want to be directly in the fight.
Well, yeah, I was thinking...
Making Man of Steel for his arm thingy.
His arm
New
thingy?
mechanical arm.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I knew he had some sort of crazy thing going on. I'm surprised he can't just heal his old arm back. You seen him do the tentacle thing?
Yeah, with the necromancy
Yeah,
stuff.
it's crazy. It's... Ooh, yeah.
Ugh. But you don't exactly want to be in the midst,
Nope.
correct? But you still want something to protect you.
Yeah.
I think a long arm or spear of some kind would be alright. Maybe.
Oh, I was
don't know
actually
how you're
holding a
good at
spear the other
aiming,
day,
so-
and it felt pretty good, yeah. And I was thinking about coming up with, getting, a bow or something, or, a crossbow, because I reckon that will probably be easier. But I'm not that strong, so I don't know about pulling it back, and also it's probably going to take practice. And, I do a lot of other stuff. I'm busy, I don't have time to practice
Yeah,
something
you'll
all the
need to-
time. So I thought maybe a spear. Yeah, that's a great idea.
You'll need aim if you have a crossbow, and then you also have to think of, what if they're right behind me? You can't really
Yeah, and they're
load and aim.
always right behind me. Do you remember when that demon was coming around? He was constantly he had something in mind for my ass. I could see it in his eyes. It was not okay. Either way, yeah, a spear would be yeah, something like that would be great. I could totally feel that. And do you reckon I could use it for fishing as well?
Spear, pike, or halberd. They're all kind of in the
Ooh.
same family.
Yeah, halberd would be cool. They used to have guards with halberds, and I think I held one once, and it felt wow. I mean, that felt like you shouldn't be able to do that to someone, Like you're just wow, and you're wow, people hit people with this. It was crazy. Anyway, you probably know all of this.
Maybe that you should find a stick and use it as a bow staff. Do a little bit of training with that first, then I'll make you the weapon.
Oh, okay, sure. I mean, that works out. I just, yeah, no, we're not in any danger right now. I mean, there is the gator I'm supposed to be hunting, but I was really kind of hoping other people would be able to do that, and I'd be more of in a commander position.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I mean, you could trick people into doing the dirty work for you.
I mean, that was the plan, to be honest, but yeah. It doesn't work out 100% of the time.
Yeah, So do you want this done as soon as possible, or?
No, you're right. I'll find someone, see if they can give me the runaround, see how it feels. Then if it works out, I'll have a chat. That'd be great. And then obviously, stuff seems to pop up. So if you're not working on anything else for Zoldos right now, it would be kind of good to fit it in if that's okay. But I don't know how busy you are.
Yeah. Oh, honestly, I only have the one project, so I'm glad to have new work.
Oh, I suppose just making bits of metal kind of must get boring, right? You prefer shaping stuff.
Just any sort of weapon, really.
Oh, okay, sure.
Yeah.
I'll see if I can find
It's
Erhard.
boring whenever you just have to make ingots over and over again. It's just monotonous, and then I hit my finger sometimes with a mallet.
Oh. Okay, sure. Well, I'll go find Erhard and see if he can tell me anything about it. Thanks very much for your time. I appreciate it, Rebna. And don't scam me again. I'll be watching you.
Take your time.
I swear I saw Erhard around here. Have any of you seen Erhard?
He
No?
went back that way.
Damn it, I must have slipped by me.
He went through the portal.
Man, oh, through the portal, right. Thank you very much.
Indeed.
If I remember, I'll let you know.
Alright, that's fine by me.
Far more resilient.
Did Erhard come this way?
He just went that way.
Through the portal or up towards the training ground?
Like, I think the way you came.
Okay, thanks very much.
He said something about going to a house.
A house? I'll see if I can listen out for him. Thank you. Who are all these fucking characters? I don't know any of these guys.
So, we don't know exactly that he is,
I did mention I make money. Shit.
well, if he took it seriously.
I probably can't hear him. She is a green demon. Fuck! I should have seen this coming. Well, there's a flat lie about me meowing. Doesn't happen when I'm stressed at all, and she saw straight through it. Shit. Ah, well. I'm not gonna fail RP and hear him through a window. I think those are, those are technically audio occlusion zones. Man, doesn't this RP feel different with different music? I do get paid for the medic stuff, yeah. I actually have, like, in canon, I've been given, like, 15 silver or so. So, that kind of works. Hey, did you see if Erhard came by this way?
There are people in the medical tent right now.
Oh, okay, thanks. Hey, you seen Erhard anywhere?
Where you go?
It's like a noisy
Daniel's
thing,
detective
yeah.
agency is
He should be back at the hub. That's where I last used him.
God damn it, I missed him again. I'll see if I can find him. Is everything okay? I just, people in the med tent, not always a good sign. Okay, well, thanks. I'll go and have a look for it. I'm seeing if I can find Erhard to teach me how to use, like, a spear or something. Revenant thinks it'd be good for me, and to be fair, I've had enough of being stabbed, so I thought maybe something to keep people at range might be a good idea. So, yeah.
Excuse me, has anyone seen Parker around?
That might not be a bad idea. Sorry, I'll get out of your way.
The guy.
There's a lot of purple eyes about.
You were.
I'm gonna make some medicine, but
You need to give somebody a magic bath, right?
You didn't see him, did you, Rux? Rux? You awake back there? Don't pretend you aren't sleeping. I think, out of character, I know that their eyes are glowy because they've got some sort of demons in them or something. But Arthur doesn't originally, directly meddle in something that he can't be a bitch about for no reason. I'm enjoying this chillness. This is good. This is part of actually kind of what I wanted from Arthur and putting in a more persistent setting. Because, in TLM, he was constantly, screaming and, running away and all this sort of shit. So actually seeing what he's like as a more, calm individual is actually kind of interesting. damn it, Earhart, where are you? Earhart! Earhart, where are you? You slipped by me again? Must be avoiding me. Huh? Oh, hi! Oh, there you are! Sorry, you busy?
I think I just got done with my conversation for now, but what is it that you need?
I was hoping... Okay, this may sound a bit strange, and I don't want you to be too alarmed, but I was kinda hoping you knew something about how to use spears.
Of course, I'm sufficient in a lot of manners of weaponry.
Oh, okay, do you reckon you could, show me a few things? I was trying to get something sorted out with Revner, and she reckoned that I should probably, at least give it a go first, so I, with a wooden stick or something, and I thought I might ask you about it.
Of course, I can go and get a spear from the armory, and then we could meet up at the arena.
That'd be great, thanks very much. Well, this kind of worked out. I'll make my way there straight now.
I do want to get him up to the point that he uses a ranged weapon, though. I don't think I'll go for spear and shield. I think I'll go for spear and some sort of ranged weapon. Oh, it's his key thing? Well, there was a number of characters that I kind of lost. I remember. So back when I was going to be doing Wild RP with Bringus, before he realized his numbers for doing it were just terrible, so that never kind of worked out. Not because of him, just because I don't think his community just liked that setting too much. I had to send them a load of clips of characters that I'd done to prove that I could RP. And it was a really nostalgic experience, right? Going back and revisiting 3 years worth of recordings or something like that. And what was weird about it was that the characters that I missed the most wasn't Leonard, it wasn't Fred, it wasn't any of, Bernie or anything like that, though I still really enjoy Bernie. He might be rehomed one day as well. The thing that he kind of missed, the character I missed the most was this one. I think it was just because there is something about... I just enjoy the character. I think it needs more justification for that, does it? So it kind of made sense for a chill-out thing on a Friday before I go back to work. Sunday even. I know the days of the week. And I've been enjoying Steven as well. Man, Steven has really turned from, a character that was utterly ruined into such a fun experience.
Reap the spears from the armory.
Oh, okay, sure.
Take this.
Fair enough, thanks. So, I have never done this before. This may take you by surprise, but I've never been really kind of the athletic sort. I know, hold your shock. So, how exactly do you kind of deal with this?
Well, the spear as a weapon is specialized at keeping at range while being in a melee.
Yeah, that's kind of the
It's
appeal.
also useful in shield ranks.
Uh-huh.
Yes. So mainly, there's techniques that could be implemented, such as it's always good to keep your front end loose because you want to be able to slide the spear forward and to attack against other enemies, and to also keep your hand in different places to make sure that you have leverage against enemies and the like. It's also useful for not being hit by weapons.
Okay. So do you want your dominant hand controlling the direction, or do you want the dominant hand doing the power and the thrusting?
Dominant hand is usually for the power, and then
okay.
The non-dominant
Well,
is
there
for
I
the
am.
direction.
Holding it backwards, right? That's a great start, Arthur. Well done, you. Okay, great. So we've got the cool. So there we go. So we hold it, and we've got a kind of different leverage and stuff. And then do you do it because I've seen people do it underneath and then also overhand, I guess kind of like that. Like they're kind of, jacking off a dude behind them or something? Or like, beneath the table? Is that kind of like what you got going on?
I would say it really depends on what you're aiming for and the circumstance of which you are fighting your enemy.
Okay, sure.
So, if you are, for example, wanting to get above someone's shield, then you would go for more of an overhand tactic. Grip it, and then thrust forward into the eyes or the face.
Oh, okay.
Or the neck, upper chest, that kind of area. If you're mainly trying to go for more vital areas without having to deal with a shield, you mainly want to aim for one's stomach.
Okay.
Or torso.
So it's like, if it's someone who doesn't have a shield, then you're kind of like, as a general rule, going for the underneath. But if it's someone with a shield, you're going like over the top. Did you hold it like that, or do you hold it backwards when you're going over the top? Like, what's the feeling there?
You don't typically alter your grip. When you go for over the top, I still hold it in the same way that I'd hold underneath.
Oh, okay.
As it can still be uncomfortable. Usually when you go for a grip like this, it's when you're attempting to throw your weapon.
Oh, do you throw them?
With some spears, like javelins are a kind of spear, for example. Those are used for throwing at enemies, but...
Okay, sure.
This one you mainly want to keep it on hand.
Okay, great. So you just kind of like, you're aiming for like what? Like the neck, head, and ribs, are you? Or like where you going?
Essentially, you want to aim for the body or for the head if there is something obstructing the body. But it's always recommended to aim for the body otherwise, as it is the largest area to attack at.
Sure,
It's also useful against enemies who would charge you.
Cool. So yeah, because it keeps them at range, right? Like they just gotta run onto your spear. It's not like you got like a sword over here or something, right? It's like, yeah, okay, I see that. That makes sense. And then you just kind of like, you don't like rocking boat it in, or did you do this kind of motion, or did you just kind of like push it through? Like,
say, for example, that you want to keep your distance. It would be more of a sliding motion, especially if it's above the shield. Because if you try to go on against the shield, you press their body up against it, they can easily slash you from around. So when you're dealing with a shield, it's recommended that you do go for the slide. But it is also effective to have that leverage against them. So going for a stab while also keeping your hand near the top. Like in case of enemy deflections or the like, so you don't lose your grip.
Okay. So, that makes sense, right? So the lower down you've got it, the easier it is for them to kind of like knock it aside.
Some within my company praise the weapon as one of the greatest and simplest forms of weaponry known to mankind, but it has a lot of versatile uses.
I mean, I guess it is just a stick, right? So, I guess it's kind of primal in that sense. Huh. Okay, right. So
I suppose so.
When you're doing it, like, do you want to like keep your body like this, so you like over this way, so you can kind of like defend yourself easier, or you're turning your back? Like, where'd you put your feet and stuff?
Well, you always want to keep your foot in the back like this and 1 foot forward.
Okay.
That way, if you do get pushed back again,
Thought he had full body, feel like a dickhead now?
You get pushed and have to step back. It's good to always keep a foot in the back so that you have your leverage where you can push off of it, say if you're thrusting. It's good to push forward.
Okay. So push forward with like your back leg. Okay, so you're pushing forward like that, or you're pushing, or you're moving, or I guess, yeah, okay. So it's a bit of a trade-off between how easy you are to deflect and like, I guess, and how far away you can be from your enemy, right? Because, I can see this. This kind of makes sense. Yeah. Do you find it's like a tiring thing to use?
It's just as tiring as any other weapon, but I would say that it's less tiring in the sense that it does keep your enemy at bay. They usually don't want to get stabbed.
Okay.
That's why it's very useful for that sort of thing.
Do you ever like swing with it or anything like that, or no?
There are certain kinds of spears that are made for swinging. This one is mainly for thrusting.
Oh, okay, sure.
But in scenarios in which you are close range and they have bypassed your range, it would be a wiser idea to take more of a upward grip on it.
Oh, okay.
That way, even though it's a long weapon, you can still have a way to attack from very close range as well.
Okay, well, so if they get close, you go straight up like this sort of thing, and so you really.
Yes.
Okay, sure. That seems kind of crazy, but
That's
yeah.
when
Not gonna
take
check
more of
him.
an
Not
approach
gonna
for
check him on his knowledge.
having
Don't
a
do
firmer
it,
grip
Leo.
on your
Don't do
offhand.
it.
That way, if the enemy does try to attack you, you have a way to slide your other hand down and to defend against it.
Oh, sure, and you try to catch him, like, between there, right, if something comes at you. Yeah, I kind of guess that makes sense. Kind of weird on the elbow. I guess it's just something you get used to, right? Huh. Do you feel like, do you need, like, gloves for this? I mean, I've got these, but these are really just to keep blood off my hands. I feel like your fingers are kind of exposed.
I mean, gloves are always good whenever you hold weapons, but it's fine. Especially if your hands aren't all that calloused. It would be better to have a firmer grip with gloves, I would say. Although,
Okay, maybe I have to have a look into that as well. Okay, sure. So I guess I kind of offset kind of like stabbing the damn thing, huh? So it's kind of like, oh, okay. Oh, okay, right, that's like way harder to actually aim than I thought it would be. Okay, so you, okay, yeah, it turns out there's a skill to this. Who'd have thought? Huh.
all
yeah.
weapons at least require some skill to use.
Okay. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna just have to practice this. But yeah, this doesn't seem too crazy. I was a little bit worried, like, you know, it'd be crazy on the shoulders or something. You know, I see people do stuff with the swords all the time, and then I go, wow, wow. And I'd be like, I'd probably just cut my ears off, if I'm honest. Like, the way I see blades swing over people's heads. But this looks okay, and if it gets tired, I guess it's just a walking stick, right? Yeah, that's great.
I suppose so.
Yeah, thanks, Erhard. I appreciate it.
A large portion of using a spear does come from the legs mainly, but also
The legs. Okay, I'll have to try that. Okay, so firm upper body. That's it. I need to obviously get a firmer upper body then, I guess. So, whoa. Yeah, kind of like, whoa. Okay, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I'm probably just gonna try it a couple of times when no one's looking, just so I don't feel like an idiot. But thanks for, like, the instructions anyway. I appreciate it. Is there anything, else I need to know? Or am I good to kind of just, like, practice that and feel around for a bit?
I've mainly gone over all of the versatility of the weapon, so just practice makes perfect, I suppose.
Sure. Okay, well, I guess I'll do that for a bit then. Huh. Well, thanks, Erhard. I appreciate it. Oh, and by the way, I don't know if...
Get a shield and,
A shield? Man, those things sound heavy.
A shield and use it in tandem and try to work with that, but still, a spear on its own is not bad. And what were you going to say?
Oh, nothing. I was just gonna say watch out for the woodland creatures. Apparently the, Hudson didn't take too kind to you, kind of like, you know, kicking him over the hills. Just a word to the wise.
Yes, I spoke with him about that. I'm afraid I jumped to conclusions before. But, yes, I'll keep that in mind.
Yeah, he was stuck in beast form for 2 years. It must have been horrible. Even so, thanks again, Erhard. I appreciate it. Is that like your first name or your last name, by the way? Is it Mr. Erhard?
First name.
First name, okay.
Roth is my last name.
Erhard Roth? Oh, okay, sure. Sorry, I was never really sure. I hadn't heard it as a first name before. I'll give this a go then. Huh. There we go. It's just a long scalpel. Yeah, I guess it is. Okay, I'll do this for a little bit. VR combat, the wobblies. Bleh. 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 Okay, that's enough training for one day. I feel like I've got this. This is great. And now, in typical Arthur fashion, he won't actually practice that much. Oh, are you okay?
Excuse me.
Sorry.
All right. How about you?
Oh, okay, you just seem to be clutching your chest. I just wanted to make sure you didn't, you hadn't been hurt or anything. That was all.
I was scratching.
No worries, no worries.
Maybe the proper term. Even then I was...
Gonna yell while you're trying. Not that stage.
Fucking hell.
Please don't zap me.
Don't make somebody drink tea while they sleep. Is that
Yeah,
what
don't
you're
make people
talking
drink tea. Yeah, just because they drink your tea once doesn't mean they automatically want it again. all
What
the
is he
time.
doing with his arms? Are you okay? Are you getting killed
Turns out
again?
me-
He zaps everyone. Honestly, I avoid him for that reason alone.
I didn't do anything this time.
He's the
guy who can teach me magic, so I'm a bit like inclined here.
You're being very animated. Are you okay? Are you being threatened? Have you actually done something? Because, like... Oh, really? Because, like, Ari was trying to kill you the other day, and you better not be up to something. Huh?
I'm not up to something. People are just very violent here. I'm just trying to make stuff and learn some magic.
Okay, that's good.
I
You just gotta be careful. You gotta realize every time you gesticulate, you're holding someone at crossbow point. Like, you know, maybe people are just on edge because of that.
It has a safety on it, I can assure you.
Yeah, of course, there's safety on it.
On your arm. Yeah, I don't know any other Earth mage.
Doesn't come from my.
Where was I going? Oh, yeah. Ramna, that's who I needed to find.
You didn't think about just making better goggles?
Will probably help.
Until I came here, I was effectively.
I guess I could do the demon side. I wonder if Rux could do anything for my thing. Because Rux has like 90% of my weapons right now. Nope. Put that away before someone gets the wrong idea. No, put that away before someone gets the wrong idea. Need to wiggle more?
I can't actually put it from that.
Hey, Ravna, thanks for the loan of the spear, I guess.
Oh, no problem. I want to put it back. We're looking for pickaxes.
Pickaxes? Those exist? Okay, that went win.
Yes, these are pickaxes.
Oh, are they? Yeah, they look like it. Man, I really need to fix this. Anyway. What are you doing? You going, like, digging or something? I didn't realize the mine was still kind of like an active thing. Well, apparently this is a contentious topic.
Think with some logic for a second. You commissioned me for a halberd.
We have
How
a
would I get the
port.
materials?
I don't know. Trade. And, like, most people don't dig the stuff out of the ground themselves.
They don't?
Well, I know. I mean, like, I write in books, but it doesn't mean that I make books. I mean, it's very...
Okay, where are the merchants?
I mean, they were here a couple of days ago. Didn't you see them? Then we had the fish guys. Then we had the dudes who came up and they started talking to Daniel about getting his game or something. And yeah, we've had loads of merchants by.
Well,
We bought a load of
let me
medical
enjoy
supplies.
mining, okay.
I'm glad you enjoy mining. I wasn't oh my god, I'm not criticizing you. I'm sorry. No, I did not say anything rude, Rux. I was just inquiring. I mean, it's very admirable that they do something that... What? You okay?
Nothing. Don't worry about it.
Huh.
Yes, I'm fine. My foot was asleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that happens to me sometimes. Well, it's very admirable that you kind of like, you know, like your metal homegrown. Are you, do you mind, if you're going to the mine, do you mind if I come with you? I kind of wanted to see one of those places. Also, Zoldo said I should be more in dark places, so I thought I might come.
Sure. I just gotta get the pickaxe to Crusoe, and we are off.
Who's Crusoe?
The one with the purple.
Purple shirt.
Purple
I
shit.
still don't see the
Oh,
pickaxe
that's
on-
Crusoe.
Maybe it's just me. You might want to. I got an extra one. No, I see that one, not the one on your right hand, though.
Oh.
I got two. So if you want to put that one back.
That's interesting. Okay.
Alright, let's head off.
Oh, and all
Yes,
of a
I
sudden
thought I was
figure out...
carrying another pickaxe. But...
And all of a sudden, I figure out what the problem is. Okay, thank you. So where is this mine exactly?
There's mines all over, actually.
Is that like
I
safe,
only
given
know
all the world tree
3.
roots about?
Totally, as long as you're not allergic to magic.
I don't think so.
But there's 3 I know of.
4, I think.
Oh.
There's
I
one
know.
by
There
the
are
ocean.
4
There's
mines?
One by. There's one behind Team Ragnarok's camp.
Whoa.
That's
There is
he'll
one in
kill
the
you
middle
if you
of the
go in it.
forest.
He'll kill you if you go
And
in
then
his
there's one in the
mine?
library.
I want to go in his mine.
I was
That's what
unaware
I
of
heard.
this.
I hear a lot of things about people killing people, and then, you ask him about it, and it's not really that severe, so... Huh, who knows?
That's the only 3 mines I know of, so...
Man, we gotta be careful. We're gonna have sinkholes all over the place.
Yes, and then the 4th one is the one by the library.
Oh, yeah, I think I've seen the entrance to that one.
Yeah, I think that's the one I know of. I don't know the forest one.
Huh.
Hello. Got the pickaxes.
Oh,
For what?
Man, I need to add pickaxes, because these are not pickaxes.
Join you in just a second once I insert these. Earth training, apparently. I don't know. I feel lied to, and I think I'm just being used for manual labor.
You're not. Trust me.
Oh, don't worry, it's totally earth trading.
It very much is, actually. Though I can't help you with the mana part, I can at least teach you about the ground and help you understand it. So that
Man,
when
remind me
you
not to do earth magic.
Seraph won't have such a hard time telling you.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Remind me not to do earth magic. Looks exhausting.
It pays off.
Everything I learned was actually from my farm. I've never had any kind of special training.
Huh. I don't mind having a chill day. Not all of these need to be crazy.
What mine do you guys want to go to?
Card magic? We probably do.
I'm going to.
The one near the sea.
I have not actually gone in there all that much, so we can go over there.
Oh, he's pointing at me. Oh?
What? What?
You too.
Magic. What?
Who?
Oh god.
Yeah.
You as well.
What's going on?
What?
You're learning magic.
No, I'm not.
Okay.
You're giving an instruction on it. No.
Very well.
Oh, what? What? I'm still not really following. Are you gonna zap us?
Oh, magic lesson.
Oh, in the library. Are they gonna zap us?
Yes. No, it's Finn. Finn doesn't zap people.
No, he just threatens to kill you. Oh, he kicks people. Oh, great. Well, I have shin guards now.
I don't want to bother the groundskeeper and Crusoe.
Pretty certain it's the blue one to the library if that's where you wanted to go.
Yes. I'm hoping to find Otto. I believe that he's interested in learning magic, but I've been unable to find him.
Huh? He's probably sneaking around invisible again, or, something else. I haven't seen him since he was with you earlier. I didn't see him at the training ground either, so... maybe he's already there.
Do not live that long. Let me assure you of that. They typically live to about 40.
Did you say 100 days?
So
I would say
Maybe
around
What are you doing?
something.
18,
we're doing
19 winters.
Sparring.
I can remember. Though that comes from me having my 7th or 8th winter. We did not keep track of time.
Uh-oh, it's 2 on
We
1
kept
now.
track of
Are you a
winters.
mage?
That's fair, but
I'm a hunter.
here?
Why is everyone
swearing up? Sent, then on 3.
All I have are my highly sensitive eyes,
Wait,
and my
some of the
ground,
people-
a
You do
very
too.
good
I don't wanna
sense
hurt
of
anybody.
smell.
No.
I can definitely tell you're definitely a half-elf. Your ears are not long enough to be one of my people.
That was quite the.
Trying to remember
Is this
if I
another
recall
magic lesson? It looks very painful. Maybe we should go mining.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I
That's
came
not
here
a
for
part of it,
magic,
that's not part of
and
it.
I don't know. I was just watching a magic lesson and that was involving physical labor. This could be the same thing.
well, that one made a bit more sense because it's like earth magic, the soil, learn it, and all that. They're just punching each
This
other.
could be fist magic. I don't know.
That's not a. That's.
I was pretty
That
certain
was
I
martial
heard
arts.
someone say very specifically, I cast fist the other day. Or was it fish? Maybe it was I
I'm-
cast fish. Don't point that thing at my
I
face!
think
Put it away! Down! Down! Down!
it's not. I'm sorry.
You've got a cannon on the
Okay.
other side of it? Okay, sure.
It's okay. It's okay. Sometimes friends.
I promise you,
Uh-huh.
it is. They were just pulling your leg. I don't think it's actually cast fist, man. I think they were just making a joke, like cast fist.
Oh,
Punch.
okay, yeah, no, maybe it was a joke. I'm not sure, though. I was just curious.
half-elves like that?
I mean, they've got a... That's a weapon. I just saw a magic weapon. Someone else was going to make me something out of, like, a spine the other day as well. Oh, by the way, spine thing, spear thing totally worked out. I think it's a good shot. Do you reckon you can get that fixed up for me?
Nice.
Nice, yeah.
Oh yeah, totally. Just if you want more of a pointed tip or more of an axe type of fixture,
I'm
just
not really sure. He seemed to be interested in, like, the whole kind of, like, giving me a shield thing, but at the same rate, that sound kind of heavy, and also I don't want to carry a shield because I already have rocks on my back. So maybe it's best to just go with, like, the axe thing so I can get out of holding a shield.
Do you want me to hold on to this?
All right.
Probably the best. I mean,
Yeah.
the halberds are pretty
Probably do
good.
like a
Yeah.
wrist shield attached to the spear.
Shield attached to the spear? What would that look like?
Well, I think it's about to be announced.
Oh,
for everybody.
draw some schematics.
Have you seen a cutlass before? You know how it has the whole
Everybody
guard?
shut up!
Pretty simple.
My apologies if I am interrupting something. I just learned that I had a son. Another one.
Congratulations!
What?
Oh, well done, man! I had no idea who's the lucky woman.
Wait. Oh, they're your son.
That's my son.
child.
So he
Huh.
has to be a mage.
I don't see it.
Hello, I
but
am
hi.
son.
Yes, more than likely. He
Is
does
that
have
actually
to
your
be a
name?
mage.
I feel like
He is half sun elf.
I can't
apparently,
tell if this
so-
is a bit or not.
He doesn't believe in magic.
Of course
Wait, how do
not.
you not
I just
believe in
use my
magic?
abilities to simply climb trees
I don't
and
know.
run around.
Wait, so how do you have another son you didn't know about?
You know, I haven't raised you, so you know.
Is this a common
I
occurrence? Just to have sons?
Yeah,
He seems to be.
This is actually pretty common.
Huh.
I have two other children alive right now that I know of.
Is this part of magic?
Eyes are magical.
No, being sleeping around is not part of magic. I hope.
Is it not?
What? Healing you. Well, I mean, it can. Never mind. It's
Well, I've
not-
never slept with anybody, and I don't use magic, so maybe.
I want to learn the
This
cool
is
stuff,
not a
not.
part of the magic training. But let's go ahead and talk about. Okay, he just fell off the fucking balcony. Anyway,
This is going
so-
well.
allow me
I'm
to
sure he's fine.
I'm sure he is.
begin our magic lesson because you all are here for that.
Oh, thank you for following you,
Consider
Nagy.
here as well. You might learn something.
They do mind
It
they
also help
craft.
you with your with like helping out your teammates and such. So I think it's a very vital lesson for anyone.
Sure, yeah, I'll stay.
Understanding the importance of magic. As you all know, magic is a vital part of life. It isn't just a tool. It isn't just a weapon for a person to use. If you were here in our last lesson, you would know that mana is life. Just as ki is. You are mana. Your consciousness, your ability to see, your ability to walk, everything comes back to mana. The flow of energy that you have inside yourself. Without it, you would be nothing. And those with ki have somehow gained the ability to do the exact same thing with theirs. Unlike ki, mana can take a shape that is different. It can leave the body.
Oh no, this
It
is
can
what
also
my father
burn
said I
out.
should not learn.
Become nothing. If that happens, then you will die. All of the processes of your body need mana, which is why you always need to make sure you never use all of your mana. Self-preservation should always come first, no matter what. Mana is
This
dictated
guy sounds kind of
by
dangerous.
your connection to it. Your connection to yourself, really.
He keeps looking at me when I say things, and
how well you
I worry
train
that I'm not muted.
Not just physically with your body, not just by casting spells, but understanding who you are as a person. Not resisting that, but instead accepting it, making it a part of who you are, something you recognize every day. That's why meditation is important. That's why reflection on things you do, as well as using those experiences that you already have to dictate your next decision. Always keep this in mind no matter how you use your mana, whether you use it to build things, to cultivate life.
What am I doing right now?
Harm others, or to heal them.
I mean, I'm learning. That's kind of why I'm here.
It is all you.
So you're telling me I need to alter people's mana?
To expand upon this, I did have a few things that I wanted to let you all experience.
Uh-oh.
Firstly, you all need to make sure the very, very most basic thing.
Do I need it? Am I gonna shit myself?
Know what your affinities are.
Oh, God, no.
If you do not know this, then you barely understand yourself at all.
Oh, God, no.
Is there anyone here that is a magic user that does not know their affinities?
We have somebody over here who doesn't know if they use magic.
Alright, so you two.
I was told that I might shit myself if we do this. Do I need to go to the toilet first?
No.
You didn't bring your diaper?
I'm not sure who told you that, but all I will be.
It was,
the only thing
what's
that will
his
happen
name?
is that I look at you.
Shit near me and you're dead.
I'm not gonna shit near you. I was, there's a perfectly usable, I was talking to, what's his name? I've forgotten it now.
If you,
What?
I mean,
You can
if you
just
need,
come
need a
up here
shit,
and
go
we can
and
talk.
take a shit.
Okay. What the?
Just go in the ocean
Unless
like
you
everybody
actually
else.
need to go take a shit. If you need to go take a shit, like.
Well, I'm not sure now.
Just hold it in.
Okay.
Hold
Okay,
it
I'll
in.
try and
We'll
hold
just
it.
assume you don't need to go take a shit right
Okay, sure, I'll try. Yeah.
The endurance
Okay.
training.
Oh.
Essentially, what I will be doing, so that everyone knows, and we can keep this part of the lesson. I will be using my unique item. My unique item is not like typical unique items. I was actually born with this unique item. And you all see it every day.
What is a unique item?
No matter
Apart from books.
how you recognize it or not. It is my eyes.
I did think his
They're
eyes look
referred
weird.
to as the eyes of Loki.
Eyes.
These
Why are
eyes
they
give
called
me
the eyes of
ability
Loki?
to see
Are you
energy.
Loki? Is that like another
People
name?
do have called me that in the past.
Oh, okay.
It is a little disrespectful of a thing to call me, but yes.
Oh, okay, sure. I just was curious how they got the name if you were born with them.
Oh no, I was not born with it.
Oh, I thought you said you were born with them. My
I
bad.
wanted to let you know I'll be at the cave.
It was just something I was
Keep training there.
called for a very ignorant
Oh, I see. Sorry.
But it's all right. But all I will do is essentially look at all of you. My unique item has the ability to see the energy of a person, being able to distinguish it. I do this every day, and this is what sets me apart from some other people that you may know.
Okay.
Arthur, I can definitely see that you have mana.
Uh-huh.
Though your affinities.
Oh.
The fuck are you?
I haven't got a fucking clue. I don't remember. You asked me if I knew, and I said no. That was a very literal question.
Okay, give me a moment. I have to look at him very
You
hard.
asked me if I knew. I don't know.
This ice, he's like a bunch of balloons.
Man, that's crazy.
His power is to ask people.
I just have to look at him very, very hard. So let's
You can
give
tell
me
he's
a
getting
So
old.
where's Waldo, but
Wow.
finding the affinity.
I guess so.
Your magic's being really cool.
very strangely. Very strangely, he's it's like he has a lot of thoughts and things that are like blocking my vision a little bit, so I have to squint.
Oh, I see.
Some eyes.
So you can see thoughts as well? Oh, shit.
No, but I can see how they can affect my
Maybe
vision.
it has something to do with rocks?
Huh. Wow.
Ah, okay.
Something, alright.
So I have made it through the
Maybe
basic
you need
bullshit.
his glass.
You need some therapy, Arthur. I'm sorry to tell you this,
What?
but you
No,
really
I
need,
don't.
like something.
No. I was talking to a
Yes,
senior the other
We
day.
actually have a therapy.
Yeah, I don't think I've seen her in a while. I think I scared her off. Oh, well.
Well, all right. So, from what I can tell, you are a light mage. You have a light affinity.
Oh!
You don't have any other affinities, so
Okay.
developing light is definitely a very good thing to do. You'll be able to use that to either help or just fucking burn the shit out of people with some magnetized condensed light.
Oh, shit, I think I
Depending on
fucked up.
whatever you want to do.
Okay, cool. Right, yeah, that's cool, I guess.
You fucked up?
Yeah, no, don't worry about it.
Okay, well, anyway.
Sure. Everything's fine.
Indeed.
Thank you,
So,
Fenris.
We will get to how how to develop this more in a bit.
Okay.
You may step back if you please and just chill out.
Thank you.
Absorb that information really
I'm
quickly.
gonna absorb it.
And
What?
Oh, is that how you absorb?
you, I imagine, don't
Oh.
know either, so of course because you don't.
Yeah, I'm not very good at this light mage stuff.
You know.
You gotta turn it on.
I know, I can't figure it out.
There's a button.
Yeah.
What is a mage?
Seems you are only of one affinity as well. It is much easier to look into you. You require less therapy, but I still recommend it to make sure you get things off your chest that may be.
Ooh, I didn't do this very well.
Anyway.
Ooh.
Plus, you also had.
It's knife mana.
What the fuck? I will let
The
you know
famous
sometimes I
knife.
use conjuration.
The famous
I use
knife affinity.
conjuration by accident. So here are my cleavers that I put them in those things while I tell you what you are.
I didn't shit myself.
Like very many
Well done.
Yeah.
Not yet.
that come from the
Proud of
world.
yourself.
You
Don't
have
say
a
that.
fourth affinity.
I was pleased with myself. Damn it, Daniel.
Welcome to
You
the
are
game.
capable of magic.
No, it doesn't.
That means that you can use earth
Who
magic.
told you that?
Can also
Who are your
avoid
poopy
it
friends?
easier than another person could. Which is what I will speak on
And
next.
feed it to somebody. Thank you.
Because a senior told me to.
You can just call me Fenrir. I would very much appreciate it. Okay. It is a title I earned after all.
I know we talked earlier, and I'm late. Can I be caught up to speed?
You've got it right, Aristius.
Right now, I've just given them their.
I've started worshipping a god of darkness, even though I have a light mage affinity. I fucked up.
Next, I'm an old man.
Shit.
But let us move on to a very specific portion when it comes to affinities. As I've said before, you are mad.
To protect you.
You have a very special connection to your affinities. In particular. That's why it's important to know your affinities. Some will say that there is that there is
Are you just scraping
a
the
very
floor?
big connection.
I'm trying to put them down. They're very sticky.
There's a very big connection between
forever. Okay.
what your affinity is and what you need to do to embody that affinity.
If anyway, this is just going to be
What I mean to
embarrassing for
embody that
Zoldos.
affinity, could you please, unless you are directly answering a question, please do not talk while I give a lesson.
Yeah,
you asked me about affinities. I was just trying to help answer.
Oh, then my apologies. But it is something good to know, as this is a very important part of this lesson, and I want everyone to listen to it.
Okay. You
Now,
got that,
when I
Rux.
say embody your affinity, I mean the traits that the affinity has attached to it. Physical traits, personality traits, or just other things that relate to the affinity. Let's take darkness, for example, as it was something that I had brought up in an earlier conversation. There are many misconceptions about darkness. What it says about the person who has it as an affinity. Many will think that the element of darkness is corrupt, or that it is able to influence you to do terrible things.
Uh-oh.
It does not.
Oh, great.
And it doesn't even represent those sorts of things.
Great.
The people who do it, who use dark magic, that give that, how do I say, stereotype, give it a bad name, as it does not embody the values of darkness.
Do you want to know why I chose light magic?
Venom, the god of darkness, or goddess, to be more accurate.
Oh, it's a woman? Oh, God, I really fucked up.
She, like all the other gods, the elemental gods, embodies very specific traits that are neither good nor bad. Just as they themselves are not good or bad.
Think about light magic? I'll give you a clue. The clue is prism.
Darkness in particular is self-preservation. The idea of focusing on yourself, making sure that in any situation you have the upper hand. That's why if you look at some of the darkness spells, many of the times that you'll see things like lesser sap.
That's the whole reason. Yep.
You have experience with.
You figured it
Lesser
out.
sap is something that will slowly wear down your enemy as you use it, and it will also give you
Rainbow magic.
return, such as being able to slightly heal some wounds, or just giving you more energy to continue on with the fight. This embodies that part of darkness. There are also obviously other traits, but I think you should discover those for yourself when it comes to darkness, or any other elements. I want to give you the basic rundown of a singular trait of each element. I also want to let you know, embodying these traits have been known to assist in your development of them. Now, the next one that I feel is personally my favorite is fire.
I find it interesting that fire and light are
While
different.
I'm not able to use fire magic directly, and I have to resort to lightning magic, I still believe that it is a wonderful affinity to have. Those who use fire magic who understand the meaning of fire understand that it is passion. Is the very nature of being passionate for something. Many fire users who have understanding of that will use their passions in a very erratic way. Some never stop talking.
I'm not going to ask questions right now.
Others are just very insightful in certain areas. Like Blaze, for example, a senior member that was here during the invasion.
Oh yeah, Mr. Blue Balls.
If you've talked to him very much, you will find that he is very eccentric. But he embodies fire very well. He may be a little out there, but I assure you that at some point, whenever we send you to the great forest of Gaia to train with him, you will find that he is not just strong, but passionate in everything he does.
Story time. Yeah.
I don't want to
Train
take
with
up
them
too
in the
much of
great
your time.
forests of Gaia.
Eventually, it's something that we want to work towards. But it'll definitely be after
Oh, has he got the bands
exploring
off?
the unknown a little bit.
I see.
Indeed, but it is something we have planned eventually. We want to make sure that you're strong enough for it. As of right now, I don't believe any of you would survive the Great Forest of Gaia. The first
Okay.
giant chicken would probably wipe the entire guild.
Giant chicken?
Giant chicken?
Oh my god, those are real?
They are indeed real, yes.
Kill the whole Right down the god hole?
Like, how big is giant?
Oh
You know how I
no.
said that the Bandit King was as big as a house?
Yeah.
What?
A little bit bigger. A little bit bigger.
Oh man. Okay.
That's
I
a
don't mean
huge
like regular
cock.
houses, I mean like the guild houses.
Yeah,
Yes,
like a
indeed.
senior home
The
house
big
with the 2
cocks.
stories.
Of course I want to.
Indeed. Yes, those. Sorry
Imagine
for my
it would fill me up pretty good if I ate it.
just random. Sorry, we were talking about God.
Is it story time, Fenrir?
He's got a new son. He's just been telling us about his prolific cocks.
Those massive cocks.
Ow,
That's another
fuck!
time, okay? I had a weird time 2,000
Thank you.
years ago. We could talk about cocks more later. I'm sorry. Never mind.
Alright,
Let's get
sorry.
that topic.
I came to learn magic.
Oh, it's still. We're done with that
I mean,
cock.
there's a
okay?
certain
We're just
magic
having
in,
this
you know,
lesson.
Well, I'm pretty sure that cock magic can be pretty useful, to be honest.
If I hear
We will
one
not
more
talk
cock,
about that right now.
Alright.
Like I was saying, you know, other affinities have their
My
various
shoes are kind of long.
various traits that they embody, and like I said, it would be very beneficial to you to learn those traits of your specific element, and to try and see if you can embody these traits if they are not too far from how your personality is. I also believe that it would not just be good for magic training, but also just to ground yourself and develop yourself as a person. My personal opinion. But
If I may ask, what do darkness traits look like then?
as I said before, they are a sort of really hard to describe, but I will say that it's morally self-preservation. A lot of people will consider many of the traits that you find in darkness
He does need to be able to recollect his clothes.
good traits of a leader. Reason why I say that is actually this is Jameson's philosophy when it comes to this area. He believes that his dark affinity is what actually makes him a good leader if he tries. Which, when he does try, he is a good
Can I put the
and
music
efficient
back
leader.
on?
He prioritizes himself as well
Nah,
as
it's still too
people
loud.
around him to make it out to the next day. The mission does not come before the self-preservation. And that is what it embodies.
Nothing I can quickly switch to here.
Niley.
Looks like you have another question.
What about
Let
Earth
me get to Niley,
affinity?
because that's what I saw. Earth affinity.
How are they doing
Earth
that?
is an interesting one,
They're-
as I believe you'll find that in Tales of Gaia, it'll be a little bit different, as Gaia has a very strange way of embodying these traits, while she still embodies them all the same. Earth affinity traits include a strong will, a very unmoving approach to things, being absolutely sure of your beliefs and your power, and giving no leeway to any who challenge that.
Just having a
Nice.
selfie.
All right,
don't worry
anyway.
about it.
Next question.
Is there any personality traits for key users?
For key users, it's a little bit different, as you do not have something to fall back
We're in a
on,
lesson.
a deity or
We're learning about how magic works here.
you can use as a pillar of what
Arthur's kind of chill today, even though he's just been kicked in the arse by Otto.
Pain.
Where's our gods at?
all you can rely on when it comes to your traits is yourself, as Key has so many unique properties, but depending on the user. You just find what works for you, after understanding yourself just as you would as a magic user.
How you doing, Zuku?
I'll work on that.
Good, because you are near that place anyway, where you might need to start developing your own techniques. All right. If there are no more questions, if you don't want to know about water affinity and how that does, that's obviously something you can always approach me in private. If you want to know specific things about what your affinity entails, then I am more than happy to help you with that.
Keep the bones. Maybe I
I
should.
will give a little bit more help with this magic lesson for anyone who wants to stay and listen. Though I think if you have other things to do, then I understand.
Fuck, I was gonna go mining.
Yeah.
I need to get my
That
torch
thing
working.
we talked about earlier would now be a good time to bring it up with everybody.
I'm going to be continuing the magic lesson just in a different format where not everyone has to feel obligated to be here.
The other thing, the moon thing.
No, that's what I was explaining to you why it wouldn't be a good time.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
What the fuck is the moon thing?
What's
God,
happening?
Daniel.
What's happening to the moon?
Is there something wrong with the moon?
No, there's nothing wrong with the moon.
We will discuss it all with you, and you will learn about what's going on. But I do think it's going to take some time, deliberation, and making sure that you are all protected whenever we give that information out. As
Why?
It is dangerous to know of.
For reacting
Don't
to
worry.
shocking
We will
information?
not keep you in the dark about this.
What?
All right. But back to magic.
Thank you very much.
All right. If anyone else would like to leave, then feel free to do so. But
I should probably adjust position before I get kicked. Oh.
Whenever we're done here, or you're done here, I like to talk to you.
Did you just jump on my book?
when it
This is
comes to
alright,
magic,
fine, I
there's
like-
more than just the
Don't jump on my
affinities.
book.
I'll just be walking.
Even as a basic understanding. There are two things that you must know in order to continue developing your magic. First is the affinities, obviously. The second is schools. The schools of magic that you use in order to expel your mana or create various effects on the world. I will go and tell you right now, if you do not know anything of conjuration, then you probably should. Being able to conjure a weapon in combat, or just conjure something to protect yourself, is very vital. As the reason I bring this up is because conjuration is the most, how do I say? It is the most used. You will find that people who use magic will more likely have conjuration than any other school.
Okay.
Even evocation, which is basically expelling your element in its purest form. Conjuration, being able to conjure things, is very important. If you attach your element, your affinity to it, you can have very interesting results. Like a shield made of fire, or a sword made of light. It is able to see your enemies,
Oh.
or protect you, while also making it hard for your opponent.
Made of light, you say?
All things you can do with conjuration.
A lightsaber? I can get a
As you
lightsaber?
gain more and more ability with it, you can start finding that your conjuration will
No, just
become more
RGB it?
instantaneous. It'll become more effective. You can conjure more things, more effective, more stronger things. But it all takes development. I don't want to waste too much more of your time, as I know that the day is still young, and it's not even night yet, but I will go over this last thing, this last one that is very common. Evocation. Second most common. Like I said, it is expelling mana in your purest form. Like how people would explain it as like shooting a fireball, forcing pebbles
Laser
to be thrown through the air.
Lasers.
Gust of wind that pushes or pulls a person towards you. This is evocation. Your mana becoming the element and you giving it direction by your level of control. Many spells that you can learn with this.
Can we cast spells in beast form?
Change with your
I don't know what I'd do with that
abilities
information.
when it comes to
What if I
how
could be
well
a
you
cat
can
with like a
control
Sith
your
laser
magic,
sword? You know, like
mana,
Sith from
and
fucking
arcana rates that are added on top.
from Dark Souls. Holds like the sword in his mouth,
There's a whole different
like a
lesson that we'll
like a
talk about next
fucking
time.
house cat with a lightsaber.
While you're here, I recommend you take some books on both conjuration and evocation, learn more about what they're about. Maybe learn some spells.
Oh yeah, surgery lasers. Let's go. Surgical cut. Hey Neil.
Fuck it, we're done.
Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, cheers. That's great and all. I didn't shit myself. You were better at this than he said you would be.
Good thing.
Who said you would be?
I can't remember his name. He's kind of got. He's always wearing a white tunic, and he's got like black. It's like kind of blackish, but kind of like grayish, spiky hair, kind of tan skin. You know the one I'm talking about? I completely can't. That's the one. Yeah.
I can like.
Let's finish your training.
Excuse us.
What am I supposed to be
Kenji doing?
What am I
recently?
supposed to be doing with like light
I
magic
don't know,
traits
he's
anyway?
teleporting. He's a very weird guy.
Like, is there like traits for that? Sorry, I wanted to ask you privately because I didn't know if it was relevant to anyone.
Sorry, what were you saying?
So you said like people are supposed to have different traits, right? What's a light mage supposed to know? What are they supposed to be like?
Well, light people who embody the light are those without fear.
Uh-huh.
When you ever embody these traits, then you start to become closer with light. I understand that you are definitely not embodying that at all.
Yep.
From what I've seen.
Yep. Well, I guess that explains why I haven't been doing much magic. Huh. Shit. Well, there we go,
It doesn't
I suppose.
hinder you very much to not embody the traits, but I would say that it would definitely help.
Okay. Does it have to be like genuine courage? Or could it be like, you know, assisted courage?
I can't, like that.
Courage doesn't have a set definition besides being able to confront something without fear.
That's great. That's great. I can work with that. Thanks very much, Fenris. That's awesome. Yeah, okay. And so, like, another short question. So let's say that you were like, you know, you were like a light mage, but you were involved with like a load of dark stuff. Would that be like a problem? Like, hypothetically, in that scenario?
No, the elements are not mutually exclusive from
That's
one another.
great.
But I will say that darkness and light, if you were to deal with darkness, it would be very effective against you, as vice versa.
I see. Okay, so in such a scenario, I need to be kind of, you know, better than the darkness in terms of. Okay, sure, yeah, that's great. Thanks, Fenris. I guess I'll work that out. Thank you, you've been a great help. Hey, Rux, we got a couple of conversations to be having. I take it you haven't fallen asleep. I thought you were listening the whole time. Yeah, sure, whatever. Either way, up you come. Yeah. I should probably find who this belongs to. Whose lantern was this? You've still got yours on you.
I have mine.
That's a good way to start a fire, just leaving a lantern on the floor in a library. Okay, well, cheers, Fenris. Yeah. It's interesting. I think I know what the issue is. I'll get rid of it somewhere else.
Yeah, they do not disappear.
No, it did not. No, I think there's an issue going on with the ownership transfer because of the.
Yeah, mine didn't disappear as well.
Yeah. I think I figured it out though, or at least what's going on.
Alright.
Yeah.
Just hide it. Just hide it inside.
No, people might use this for later. It's okay, I'll hold it on. I'm a light mage now. I should have my lantern. Assisted drugs, not assisted booze.
Okay.
Assisted drugs.
Until my file is done here,
But the love of money
cannot
spurs some.
Assisted drugs. Yeah, that's the idea. It should be something we work out together.
Oh, Dumbledore with his lighter? Oh yeah, that scene was sick. I know we're not supposed to praise anything about Harry Potter nowadays, but I always loved the films. I have a particular connection to them. So, I need to learn to be not afraid. Otherwise, the darkness will be super effective against me. So I need to learn to defend myself. Actually, weirdly enough, doesn't that make me like... Isn't there like a weird way you could spin that it means that you're like particularly good at survival? If you're like, you know, thriving in the element of like your opposite. You know, it's kind of like if you were going for survival and you were like an ice elemental who lived in a volcano, you've got that in the bag, right? So I feel like this could work out. Well, shit, you know, Arthur's actually learning today. I wonder what light spells I can get, though. I mean, there's a load of stuff that's come out today. Weirdly enough. I was kind of hoping to find Desdemona to talk to her about courage potions. If that's even a thing. Because I'm certainly not going to Otto. Do you think that... So I kind of want to do the meowing thing, but like, I feel like the way to do that wouldn't be when he was nervous. Because cats don't meow when they're nervous, do they? They kind of do it when they're happy and calm. So maybe something to do with the courage? Or want attention. That's true. PCPs, we could do that. Opioid might work. I mean, he might do it when he's high. I don't know. We'll see. Oh, fuck, it's the tree thing again. Have you seen Daz anywhere?
I don't know.
Hi.
Everyone's talking.
Around our camp, we have 7 camps. Each one can
No worries.
It is what our boss wants. So
They can read.
there is a lot of violence.
He definitely said he was born with the eyes, right? Did someone just fly by? Oh, who's that? Onyx Celestial. Who the fuck? Are they in this lobby? I mean, maybe. I mean, I guess we can check quickly. Don't usually do this right now. But I'm feeling chill. Oh, they are. Okay, fair enough then. I'm not familiar with the name. Maybe I should do a bit at some point of like him being hard countered by cucumbers. You ever seen those videos of cats and cucumbers? The Des has fucking disappeared. She did leave early though. I wonder where she went. Maybe I'm kind of intrigued about what an Arthur cat form would look like. And why I'd use it. Like, that's such an interesting, like, you could do so many little plot things with that, right? Sneaking around as a cat. Man, she's disappeared. Have you seen Des anywhere?
No, I have not.
Oh,
Have
okay.
you checked her camp?
A camp? She has a camp?
Right outside the library, that camp there.
Oh, okay, sure. No, I haven't checked. I'll go have a look. Thanks.
I think I still... Yeah. Hi! I think I still canonically sleep underneath the fucking med ward. She's in the Discord? Yeah, I know she's here somewhere. Just whether or not she's taking time out or something. Also, like, you know, I leave myself in the Discord log after I leave the lobby as well a lot of the time. Good day! You're following me again? No? Okay, good. Huh. I mean, I suppose they did help us squash Daniel like one time. Des? Are you around here? No? Des? Huh. Nowhere to be seen. How strange. It's getting late in the day. Damn it. I was supposed to talk to them to teach them about medicine and stuff. Maybe I could do that as a trade. She can help me out with my problem. And I can help her learn. That sounds like a good idea. Oh, she probably got training from Otto. Yeah, shit. Well, I'm glad to see that my day-night fix worked. This has actually been pretty good. Honestly, I don't know why I didn't do this sooner. Just set it so it smoothly turns to a different time of day based on when you press a button. Seems kind of obvious. And it took like, what, 10 minutes? Way smarter than trying to guess at how many frames are in a fucking session. I mean, of course that didn't work. The way that Unity handles floating points. I'll have to put the same thing in the one-night stand map. Man, I gotta spend so much money on assets for that. Like, fleshing it out into, like, a proper thing. We're adding, like, a swimming pool. We're adding, like, a music center. Adding a load more, like, stuff to interact with and look at. I still need to write a shitload of lore as well. Ah, well. It'll be a really good day one day. Just, you know, being creative. And there's Des.
Apologies once more.
Did it hurt? No, just waiting for...
Good day.
There he is.
Hey, Des, I was hoping to find you. Do you still need, like, medical training and stuff like that?
That would be appreciated, yes.
Oh, of course. Then we can go and talk about it now. In fact, I had a little bit of a proposition for you.
Certainly. Why do you have a demon heart in your bag?
Oh, yeah. So basically, the other day we were besieged by, like, big demons and stuff. And Otto was dying. And I was the only person who was on site capable of fixing him. So, Fenrir gave me the crystallized heart of a demon. And, yeah, I used it on my...
I was there to witness that.
Sorry, I forgot. Yes, you were. It was a busy day. But either way, yeah, so I kind of kept it on my back for a while. And over the next couple of days, well, I guess Rux happened. Hello. It's kind of bizarre. I'm still trying to figure out how I feel about him. He's, I think it's something to do with the soul binding process or something like that, because this is exactly the sort of thing that I'd usually run away from, you know what I'm saying? But for some reason, I'm really comfortable with rugs.
That's concerning.
Isn't it? That was part of why I wanted to learn more about magic and that, was to make sure that it wasn't playing with my head too much. There's enough people with problems around here without me slowly going demonic or something like that because I can't resist the influence of my backpack. But hey, there we go. I also notice I carry him around a hell of a lot more now. I don't know what that means. Anyway, just put him down now I've said that.
There are individuals within the guild that have bonds or contracts against their will with demons.
Yeah, I don't remember signing any contract, but there we go. Oh, there you go. See, he's got a mind of his own. Literally. He doesn't talk much yet, really only does the hello, but I've heard him trying other words. Also, he cries sometimes. It's really creepy.
Congratulations on parenthood.
I don't think it's that. I think he's trying to lure people.
Has it worked?
Not so far, because I've usually caught him doing it. But if he's ever alone by himself and you hear him crying, he's trying to get someone to open him up, you know, and then...
Mimic children instead of adults. Alright, what should we work on then?
That's what he was doing. You know, maybe you two have got something worked out. You'll have to see if you can talk to him a bit more when he's a bit more conversational. Either way, so...
I will not lose my hand.
You don't have to... Do you know what? Fine. Whatever you had in your head is probably
going to eat people's hands.
He'll give it a go. He did drink blood the other day from I think it was Miu. Albeit we asked him to do it, but he didn't seem too much, you know. He didn't seem to have a problem with it.
Did you awaken something in him with that?
I hope not. You see how this doesn't bother me that much? It really, really concerns me. And I realize that I should be bothered by it, but even then I'm not. I don't know what it means. Anyway. Oh, hi. You
Your
okay?
emotions are being stolen.
Hi. My face still hurts.
Why?
Oh, it still
what
hurts.
happened?
I got punched by hedgehog guy.
Why did Hudson
And I
punch
had
you?
a crow on my face. We were sparring, and I guess he didn't understand what that meant. I don't know. He just full stance.
The man has been in beast form for 2 years. He's still very much in beast mode, okay? You should understand that. He's probably not going to be pulling any punches for a while. Fight or flight's going to kick straight in. Okay, let's see. Have you got anything for this? I mean, the face doesn't look too bashed up.
We have medical supplies. She was cut a bit from the,
Yeah, I got a crow on my
what is
face.
it called?
But he took it out.
Okay. Well, it's not too severe, is it? Just a graze and a bit of an ache?
I think so.
Here's some ointment. I'm going to put some bandages over it, and I am going to roll.
I also had my mask on, and that hurt
That's a
more probably than the punch.
Yeah, man, that's probably going to spread it
This
over the
isn't
area.
helping.
Yeah, that is a...
You know, you're going to have to be...
My face is wet now.
Des, okay, we probably need to talk about this one. Come here. Come sit down on the side here. I'll see if I can get you sorted out.
Who? Me?
Yes, you.
Okay. I will.
Before we have too much of a
stand.
problem going on.
I don't.
You could.
I'm scared of sitting.
You're scared of...
I'm scared of breaking stuff.
Okay, yeah, we really need to work on that with you. Okay, I think I got something in here. There we go. Right, so when you're dealing with a cut like this, you need to make sure that you pull away from it so you don't abrase it too much. If you push it the other direction, then it's just going to flake straight up. You're going to get something in there and it's going to cause irritation. They're going to be scratching it, then it's going to come loose and more from there. So we'll push that down. Make sure it goes over, and of course what we want to make sure is that the area that's going to itch is the area directly underneath the lesion. So you can see it cut downwards in this direction, so this is the area that's going to be irritated because that's where the skin's kind of lifting up and it's going to be reattaching itself. So we'll see if we can grab some of the ointment in here. We'll just rub that in under the nose there. It's going to probably make the nose tickle a bit. It smells a little bit strange, this one, I'm sorry. But it'll be okay. You should feel that soothing in a little while. Now, if you do have any try not to scratch it too much. Try not to scratch it too much. And if you have any problems you notice with your breathing or anything, you come straight back here, okay? Don't try and force the breathing, though. If you're feeling a little clogged up, that's fine.
Okay, should I put on another mask so that I don't accidentally...
Yeah, we should probably talk about the masking thing. So if you're going to be sparring, having something like that just means that any punch is going to just be going straight on your nose, okay? You're really going to sort it out. I
didn't think about that.
Yeah, we might need to get you something that's a little bit more protective, you know? I mean, you can get a protective mask. Talk to Revner. I'm sure she'd be glad to sort you out.
I don't know what that would be, though.
Well, I don't know what it would be either, but hey, you know, if you're going to insist on the mask thing, and if you're going to be dueling a lot, maybe getting some proper head protection isn't a bad idea.
Maybe I can grab some leaves or something and put honey or something sticky on it and put leaves around where my face would touch my mask.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense. Some padding around the outside of it so it kind of spreads it away from your nose. That wouldn't be a too bad idea. Yeah, sure. Well, if you could, whatever you do to sort it out, but you're going to hurt yourself in no time if you're sparring with one of those things on. You could always, take it off next time.
Yeah, I just forget sometimes.
Yeah, I kind of understand. You seem kind of really super casey with that. Are you okay? I've noticed you've been doing a lot of the two-step today.
Yeah, yeah. I always do that.
I noticed. I just didn't know if it was indicative of anything. Also, you're barking more than usual?
I don't know what that means. No, I don't know what you're talking about. I hear no barking whatsoever. I don't know what you're talking about.
That's crazy. You got so many ears, I'd have thought you'd have figured that out by now. Either way, you go and calm yourself down. You should be all right. Do you need anything else?
Okay. No, I'm good. I'm going to go into a bush.
Enjoy the bush.
Goodbye.
Strange place to head. Huh.
Yes.
But you know what the deal is with them? Yeah, so, imagine that. This is going to be something of a sensitive topic, and I'm not really supposed to talk with anyone about it, but it was kind of one of those seemed like a good idea at the time sort of things. So do you know who Zoldos is?
Yes.
Yeah, he's a nice guy, he comes in, I've seen him healing before, he always seems to be willing to help out. He seems like he genuinely cares about the guild, and the mission, and helping people. You know what,
Greetings.
That was interesting.
Fenrir's son just walked up to the door and dipped away, yes.
Let's go somewhere where we can't, with actual walls.
Yes.
That'd be great.
I sleep at a campsite.
I actually just went by it to see if I could find you. But, okay, we can head that way. I think that new place usually isn't too busy. Do you know the best way from here?
Yes.
Okay.
It's simply the portals. But last time I was here, he was very upset with the guild for good reason.
He was, yeah. He was pretty upset with the seniors as well. I mean, after the whole altercation with Miyu, I was really spun out. You know what I'm saying? Miyu was stabbing people, he was rightfully angry about it, and then we had people like Ein coming in and threatening to beat him in his hospital bed. It seemed pretty crazy.
That happened.
Yep.
I wasn't there for that.
Yes, it did.
Where are the cuts?
Okay, which one are we headed through? The green. I don't use this one that often. I always forget it's there. Yeah, anyway, so Zoldos came up to me the other day, and he was like, "Hey, Arthur, you seem like the sort of person I need to talk to about something." And he was like, are you religious? And I said, you know what? I don't really know that much about religion. I've never been that involved, but hey, I feel more in danger here. We've got the whole world tree. Everything's going wrong. Maybe it's not a bad time to have a conversation. So he kind of talked to me, and we got talking about Xenon, and Xenon being the goddess of darkness, and it's all about self-protection, and I'm like, I need to be self-protected, and he said, well, sometimes it means doing things which other people don't agree with, and I'm like, I'm a doctor, you know, the whole don't no harm thing, the whole kind of scare, it kind of makes sense. So I was like, you know what, sure, I don't feel safe around the seniors. They seem to have all sorts of crazy shit going on, and most of them would threaten me. What's the harm in having a bit of protection, you know? I mean, the gator was there. People were asking me to do crazy shit. I thought maybe it would make sense. So anyway, I entered into a cult with a god of darkness, and now I'm a light mage. So that's concerning, because Fenris just told me that means that the whole kind of like, dark, like really strong and powerful in terms of when you've got someone who's like light mana based, unless the light mana is strong enough. And then I was like, okay, so how'd you get stronger with like light magic? And he was like, oh, well, it responds to like courage. And I was like, fuck, you know, like it's kind of not my strong point.
Yes.
Yeah. And then I kept thinking about Rux and how Rux is a demon and how that's affecting my brain. And now I'm like, oh shit, I gotta learn magic real fast. And also be more courageous. And also, yeah, I kind of just kind of made sense of a few things, you know?
I am a darkness mage. I would not touch that with a 10-foot fucking pole. What have you gotten yourself into?
Yeah, well, it's all fine. I didn't know you were a darkness mage. Either way, the idea was that, you know, maybe I could, like, if you had any, like, you know, drugs or anything, or, like, potions that could make someone more courageous. And then if you would help me out with that, I'd help you out with your training. And then we could, you know, we could work something out. Does that sound like something we could do?
You are on a very fast track to a dangerous place. Sure, I'll help you. Yes,
Okay, you didn't have to say it that way, but that makes me feel a lot better. Thank you, Des. Work on your bedside manner next time. I know I'm not one to talk.
I feel like it is the only thing that is going to get clear to you, that you are accumulating many dangers, and I am very concerned.
Okay.
Do you think this is the right thing to do?
To do what? Learn light magic? Or like beyond the cult? Or like what?
Staying in the cult, carrying around a bag with a demon heart that seems to be trying to pull people in for possible consumption. Chasing after magic in a way that is improper to what teachings Fenrir had just taught us.
I don't think you quite understand my whole thing with Rux, right? So, Rux is a unique item. Nobody else can use that, which means so long as I have Rux, I'm useful to the seniors and they won't kill me. Otto is constantly violent against me. Fenris has offered to kill me. I have been put on multiple bait teams in terms of dangers and stuff like that. Just the other day, Zacharias asked me to fight a massive gator in the water, and not only fight it, but to capture it alive. I don't know how to do that. So yeah, you're damn right. I'm gonna keep that bag as close to me as possible because it's the one thing that keeps me useful enough to be around.
You are the only capable medic in this entire guild. Otto is often chasing other endeavors.
Otto's able to chase other directors because I'm here.
Exactly.
Well, let's just say me being a capable medic didn't help before this point. Even so, maybe I'm just making excuses. Maybe he's in my brain for that now as well, but I don't know. I honestly don't know. All I know is that anything that's happening to me right now is likely magical based. So therefore, if I can do anything to kind of like learn more about that stuff, then it's helping everyone, in my opinion. It means I get to stick around and stay alive and know if I'm being brain influenced by something. It means I can protect myself in a cult if that becomes a problem. Or it means I can protect myself from the seniors because I'm actually kind of useful now. You know, beyond the medical skills, which apparently are still kill-worthy. So it just... I don't know. Everything about being here has been dangerous. Truth be told, my plan until a little while ago was to get as much money as I could so I could afford to get the fuck out of here. But as it happens, all of a sudden this imperative about the whole magic thing's come along, as of being handed a demon heart that I did not ask for, and yep, now I'm stuck.
I'll help you.
Thank you,
I'll
Des.
assist in what you need, of course. But genuinely, you are a valued member here outside of these qualities, if anything at all just to me. I do not want to see you getting hurt. There's not anyone else besides you and Otto that I trust to help me if I am in physical harm.
I don't know what's going on with Otto. I literally saved the man's life, but he's still looking a bit weird for asking basic questions.
He looks at everyone weird for asking even needed questions. He's in a difficult place, I believe.
What does that mean?
It's personal.
Okay, sure, fine, I understand. There seems to be a lot of personal stuff going along with all the seniors right now. As I said, that was what first got me bonding with Soldo. He was the only one who seemed to speak any sense, or at least knew anything.
I mean, the seniors are often idiots who believe that the members here are cannon fodder. But
I'm still getting over
we
what
are to
happened
stay
to
here, there are
Daniel.
means of working. What happened to Daniel?
The man is clearly in need of help. Like, a lot of help. So what does Jameson do? Jameson decides that they're gonna clap him in irons, forcing him to channel ki all the time, at a time that we were about to be attacked by a greater demon that Fenris gathered us all up in that library and said this thing could wipe us all out. Like, what? What am I supposed to do with this information? Am I supposed to feel safe? Or, like, looked after? I get people like Ari coming around and going, oh no, we think of you like our kids. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry for your kids. And it turns out that Ari's parents sent her to a mental asylum. Him to a mental asylum, my bad. Sorry, he's very small. Either way, the whole...
That explains that.
What? With
Nothing.
Ari? Yeah. He's kind of, turbo crazy. You know what I'm saying?
Just a little.
Yeah. Seems like not a day goes by when I don't see him attack someone. In fact, I don't know what he's up to today, but I fear for the worst, you know? He's like one of those people you want to keep in the corner of your vision at all times. Even so, I've got to learn to stop being scared. Woo! I don't know how I'm supposed to do that, if I'm honest, but I guess we work with what we've got.
If it helps, what are the main things you fear? Is the first one death?
Death, dismemberment, germs, illness, social anxiety, other people, not having enough people around, improper practices. Oh, I also kind of have a thing for when, you know, you're like setting the table and like the forks and the knives aren't quite lined up properly. Yeah, that really fucks me up for some reason. I really worry about that. Yeah.
Physical, emotional, and mental concerns. Understood.
Yeah, I was talking to the therapist the other day and they, yeah, it didn't go well. But, I mean, we didn't really do the therapy. She was more like just trying to impress upon me that I needed help and, yep. Anyway, I probably took too much of your time.
This
Huh?
potion idea is a band-aid solution. Please speak to her again. I think she's one of the few that is actually able to help people within this guild.
Okay, sure. I'll talk to her if I have to. But as soon as this whole kind of thing works out, then that's that. I got stuff I need to do. Anyway, thanks for your time, Des, and good to see you around. I'm gonna head back to.
I'll be missing for the next couple days again.
Oh, no
When I
worries.
return, hopefully I will have solutions for you.
Okay, sure. Well, it was good hanging out regardless. Oh, watch out. There's Hudson's. Huh, wonder what he's up to.
Hudson.
Yeah, the hedgehog.
Who's Hudson?
So basically, Levi found this hedgehog, and this hedgehog was like clearly more than a hedgehog, and he had a real problem with his windpipe. So the other day, I finally convinced him to let me have a look at it. I opened up the windpipe, he gets his voice back, and all of a sudden, he's able to transform back properly. Turns out that Levi Jr. was Hudson, Beastkin.
Huh.
He was trapped in his beast
I
form for
heard
2
about that
years.
earlier. Maybe we should stop killing wild animals that wander here. It may just be individuals looking for a place to get fixed or find help.
Yep, well, that's actually
concerning
why
to
he's
hear
sticking
about that
around.
bear that was murdered now.
Yeah, that's actually why he's staying here, is because he really takes issue with the fact that Earhart, really, sent him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he impacted that thing with his shit, and, he was going for gold. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah, it doesn't matter.
He was upset with Otto, too, for testing potions on him when he was an animal.
Yeah. Believe it or not, beastkin have certain feelings about animal testing. It's much easier to sympathize with them when you kind of are one.
It's understandable. Well, good luck with all of that over the next few days. I
Yeah.
won't be here.
Sure, I'm sure. Don't worry. Next time we'll talk, all of this will be sorted out. I have full confidence. Have a good night now.
Take care. Stay safe.
Will do.
You're going to get yourself killed. I love to help. That is a way to say it, isn't it?
We're new recruits here for a while. We didn't really have any other recruits around, and all of the team positions are filled for the other groups, and I was wondering if you three would be interested in forming a team together.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
what would
yeah,
that
if everyone else is in it.
entail? What would we do?
Lost my spot. Hello, Commander Panda. Thank you for following. I don't know how much longer we've got in this session. How long have we been doing the guild house bit for? Oh, about 2.5 hours. I am keen to go back to Wolong. I was actually enjoying that. But we'll see how tired I am after all this concludes. Also, I want to quickly check on Cookie. And get a drink, because, man, my throat. Why is the lighting working? Maybe it's just out of range. So I did a light bake on a lot of the items in the world. I'm slowly moving around it, but you can see the things where the light's fixed. It looks a lot better, right? I love the way that lighting can make even low poly assets look fantastic. I'm gonna quickly sneak inside. Yeah, so like the baking on the table, the composition, the way it's drawn across the floor. It makes a lot of difference. You to head off, Aristius? Okay, have a good night, man. Thanks for coming around. Oh, I hope you didn't see me come out of that house. That is not my house.
Hey, you alright?
Yeah.
You looking for
What's up?
someone?
Anyone really? It's.
Oh, I believe
Haven't really
Earhart
found
was
anyone.
giving the other recruits like the new team pitch.
Oh,
He's already beat me to it then.
Yeah, sure. I was just thought that was something you were looking out for. I'm glad you found the replacement, man.
Yeah.
Best of luck with your new team. Oh! Can I ask you something?
Huh? Yeah, what's up?
How are you okay using, like, the whole fire thing?
What do you mean?
When I first talked to you, you told me you had various, history with fires. Your parents.
I put that together whenever you mentioned that.
Sorry, I must...
It's entire. What I like to think of it as, I'm using that which took away to regain or something like that. I never really thought of it like that, but it's just.
Huh.
I think the best way of putting it forward is using that to be mine instead of something else's. I don't really get it either. Like I just said, I never really thought about it until you just mentioned it.
Oh, I was just asking because... I mean, I'm not trying to pry.
Try my best to forget about it.
I kind of got to do something similar, so... Yeah, I just...
Huh?
Oh, don't worry, it was... I guess I was looking for advice more than anything else, but... If you're just making it work, then you're just making it work, man.
Well, take of it like that. Using the flames, or... I take it in your example, it's light?
Yep.
Use that light that took to regain. Make the...
Didn't really take...
I guess it will be easier to make this... Are you comfortable with telling me a bit more context?
Can't really, I'm sorry. Though I'd like to.
That's fair, right?
It's more of a... Yeah. Yeah, you know what? Don't worry. Forget I said anything.
You sure?
Sorry for digging stuff up, man. I didn't mean it. And of course, best of luck with your new team. You have a good night now.
You sure?
Yeah, of course. Don't worry about it. Have a good one.
So he must start all over again. And this book details everything. He eventually gets his armor back, and then he goes once more. If I can drink.
I kind of feel like ending soon. I kind of like these condensed Guildhouse blobs. You can do quite a lot in 2.5 hours.
You know where he is?
Oh, okay.
Nope. Shit.
That was a while ago, so I don't know.
I guess I'll walk around and try to find him.
Hey.
Bye.
Sorry, I wasn't trying to, pry or anything. I just didn't want to barge through. Is everything okay?
The senior homes, actually.
Who are they looking
My
for?
eyes are broken.
Cedric. They're not broken. What does it mean when symbols
They're haunted.
I'll
Doesn't
check
that
the
mean that they're
library
like
real quick.
marked or they're gonna die or?
They're marked.
Cool.
People
Am I
who-
gonna die?
Everything that was hunting them is dead now.
So
then what was them?
Calling.
Right, I could contact him.
Okay, sure.
Yeah. I
What?
don't know what's gonna happen to him.
Adrian, if you can hear me, I'm contacting you over the stone. I'd like to speak with you soon.
Yeah, why not meet up at the arena? That sound fair?
His name's Cedric?
That sounds good to me.
Gotcha.
He wants to meet up at the arena. I'm going to go get a lantern real quick. Go ahead and head into the arena.
I don't like the fact that I don't have a team. I like sitting outside of teams. Maybe he'll end up on a team one day. He's not doing it yet, no. No chance that he's pushing himself into danger. Where the fuck am I going?
Oh, cool. I can't go through there. I'm curious as to what's going on. I'm gonna go see.
Okay. I'm just gonna die.
Kicking your leg out.
Why are you gonna die?
I'm going. Yeah. Yeah.
You're not gonna die. You're gonna be.
My blood's haunted.
No, it's not. That's not a thing.
That's what Otto said. Look at my eyes. My eyes don't tell lies. They're not supposed to be like this.
I mean, I could get Rux to drink a bit of your blood and see what he thinks of it.
Who?
Rux.
I don't know who that is.
It's my
blood?
backpack. Yeah, I left him in the
it's
infirmary for now. I should probably get back to him shortly.
I guess.
Sure?
I mean,
No.
I don't know what that means. Huh.
Okay.
I have a backpack.
Okay.
He can drink blood. I don't know. Just thought maybe it'd be useful. I feel like
Okay,
he'd react
I mean-
to something like that.
Maybe.
I mean,
Sure,
it's just an idea.
Yes. Will it hurt?
I mean, it would involve taking some of your blood. I mean, I could do it with a needle if you liked. That wouldn't be too hard. It'd just be a little prick.
Okay. Sure. Yeah, that sounds A-okay.
Sure.
Sounds great. Yep.
Okay, let's go to the infirmary then. We'll get it sorted out now.
Okay, sure. If you're not busy.
No, I'm not. It's all right.
Okay.
Rux needed feeding today anyway. I'm not on a team. I'm on a religion. I mean, I guess, is that religion a team? It's a faction. It's not really like a mission team, though. So a team in this setting involves basically a squad that you do missions with. And Arthur is anything but mission ready. He deals with the aftermath of missions. Oh, my wisps are just chilling out together. So drawing blood's pretty easy. Yeah, I don't know why. I said, so those things should be, you know. I forgot what I was saying as well. Don't worry. Ugh, I think I'm getting tired.
Okay. Did we? Oh, no, this is really dark. This is really dark. Okay.
Yeah, we don't have a lantern in here at the moment.
Okay.
It's a pretty thick tent. Hold on, I'll see if I can find him.
Yeah.
Rux, here you come. Yeah. There you go. Yeah, hello to you too, buddy. I hope you weren't getting too tired. Either way, just put you down somewhere over here. What the? Why'd you do that? Are you okay? Why have you done this? Is that... Are you... Are you... I'm gonna assume you didn't want that.
Oh, I wasn't talking that whole time, huh? That's funny.
You were.
No, I didn't mean to do that. The thing's a little sticky for me sometimes, so I
Oh, okay.
I try to do one thing and it does something else.
Okay, I see. On a second, let me just get this thing out of here. Okay, Rux. I want you to be nicely behaved, okay? Give me that thing out of there. That's it. Open wide. There we go. Right. We'll just take a little bit. Have you had blood taken before or no?
I've been hurt before.
Yeah, sure. This won't be too bad. But just for the sake of it, it's best that you lie down, just to make sure that you don't, collapse or anything. We won't be needing to take too much. But if it helps.
Yeah, I don't. Okay.
That's fine.
I'm gonna lay down here. I don't
can
know if I
hand
can
wave
actually...
that we'll need. I don't need you to actually do it.
Yeah.
It's okay. There's an element of pretend to this. It's okay. We're just gonna put it in your arm right there. There we go. Okay. Ow. No, it's okay. Hold still. Hold still. If you wiggle it around, then it's just gonna cause it a little bit fine. Okay. There we go. Right. Ow. Take your other hand and just hold that for a second. Just hold it over there. It'll stop bleeding in a second. It's only a pinprick. Okay. Come here, Rux. Okay, let's see what we've got, buddy. I'm looking to see this. So Rux is a demon, right? So I figured that maybe if he drinks some of it, he'll have a reaction. It should be okay. Okay,
I have
Rux.
no idea.
Honestly, neither do I. It's a bit of a theory, but thanks for your help in the experimentation. Okay, Rux, in you go.
Yeah, no problem.
That's it. Get it over your tongue there. Great. Yeah, there we go. Oh, actually, just take that back with you as well. There we go. Okay, and now we wait to see if anything happens.
Okay.
Let me just ask, Rux.
Okay.
One moment.
Consult the mighty Rux.
Oh shit, what's your character's name again?
Niley.
Niley, sorry, I keep thinking you're Dexy, and I'm like, that's not the character's name. Anyway, there we go.
That's my name.
Hey, I was told that Niley's blood might be haunted, so on a whim, I decided I'd just kind of take some of their blood with a syringe and feed it to Rux to see if it did anything. Does Rux react in any way?
Delicious.
I told them that their blood was haunted on a whim because I thought it was funny, and I'm also really tired. Their blood is not haunted, and I don't know how it would react with rocks.
I still say it's delicious.
It's delicious.
Thanks, man.
Yep.
Okay. Rux says it's delicious. So,
Okay, what does that mean?
It probably means it's not haunted, because if there was something wrong with it, he probably wouldn't like it too much. That's a nice one, Rux. Good job, boy. I knew you had that in mind. Look, you get peace of mind and Rux has been fed. What?
No, sorry, I had a headache.
No worries, it's okay. Look, come on, up you come, buddy. Ah! Right.
What does that mean for my eyes?
It means your eyes are fine. Some people just have abnormal eyes.
They're different.
What you mean they're different? They just look
like
eyes.
They weren't always, they weren't like this.
What were they like? What you mean? What's different? They're just a different color?
They're
or
just they're just like a dark red, but now they got a little thingy in it.
Hold on.
And
well, if you'd stand still for like half a second, I might be able to see them. God damn. There we go. Yeah, I mean, Have you been running a lot recently?
Running?
Yeah.
No, not really.
Jumping more than usual?
Except I ran away from some, not more than usual, I ran away from some bees that were chasing me after I got the honey.
Okay. I was wondering if you might be starting transforming back. Maybe it's been too long since you took rabbit form.
I don't. Maybe.
Maybe that's the reason you started changing. It happens sometimes.
Maybe I should.
You had any unusual mood swings?
Should I like spend
any particular urge for carrots?
No, I mean I always have an urge to dig, but that's it.
Okay, well maybe you could do that. Hey, actually, if you want to dig, I want you to come and look at something.
Okay.
Actually, let me give you a lantern first. It's freaking dark out there. One moment.
Okay.
Man, I really need to add more of these to the spawn pool, because people just fucking use them. Like, why are so many people walking around with lamps in the middle of the fucking day? Like, what are they using them for? Okay, there we go. Sure. Look at that, light mage, see? Learned that about myself today. Right, so,
Yeah.
I think maybe it would be really beneficial for you to spend a little bit time, in rabbit mode. And if you're feeling rabbit mode and you're feeling the urge to dig, then maybe it's time when you do a bit of digging. So I want you to just kind of look under here for a moment. And I'm going to point underneath, and you're going to see that this is where Arthur has been sleeping. Because nobody has ever told him where to sleep. He doesn't have a house. He doesn't have a tent. No one has told him anywhere. So he's just kind of got a little nest under there. He's got some pillows, he's got some blankets, there's a book and a spare lantern. That's where he's been going. So, if you wanted to dig anything, then you wanted to spend some time in rabbit mode, I could actually use some renovations, put the floor down a little. Maybe we can look at getting some walls in. That'd be great.
I guess you can also just live in a house.
But no, I'm not saying you. I'm saying if you're going to be digging something, maybe dig here.
Yeah, I mean, I'm okay with digging here. It's just, have you been sleeping there?
Honestly, the best part of it is that nobody looks for me down there. It's wonderful. Also, I'm close to the med den if I'm ever needed.
I guess, yeah. I mean, there's tents and houses and stuff.
I don't want to sleep in a tent.
More comfortable.
I'm not going to be more comfortable in a tent. I look around here and I'm like, man, I've got a good ceiling on me. It's like a 2-leveled ceiling. There's wood around me everywhere. I feel safe. Sitting in a tent doesn't feel safe. Feels like you're in a fire hazard the whole time. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, but also there's houses.
Yeah, but I can't afford a house and everyone's already in the houses.
I don't think you pay for the houses, and I'm pretty sure.
Are they members only?
No, I have a house. I am.
You have a
there.
house?
If you want, you can be my roommate or something.
Really? Can I see the place?
Yeah.
Awesome. Let's go.
Sure. My good friend Anastasia used to live there with me, but she left.
Who was she?
She was a demon.
Oh, thanks, Kestrel. Sorry.
I don't remember her full name, but it was
Oh, Kaneko, thank you very much. Sorry. I really need to fucking get a raid sound effect. Hi, guys. Hope you're doing okay. I hope you had a good stream, Kaneko, as well. I'm just coming to the end of this thing. It's been a very chill session. Then I'm gonna go back to some more Wolong. I've really fucking enjoyed that game. I was afraid it was gonna be Neo, because I was fucking shit at Neo. And it's not Neo, but I'm still fucking shit at it. So, but I'm making progress. It's good fun. The combat feels fucking excellent when you get it right. I hope the Destiny raid was okay. Was she Destiny raiding again? Are you sure you haven't been jumping more than usual? Because it certainly looks like you're jumping quite a lot.
I always jump a lot. It's this one, I think? Yeah, it's this one.
You don't know which one your house is?
There's only one way in.
Oh.
I forget sometimes. There's only one way in.
Okay.
And it's the stairs.
Okay, well, I'm not going to jump up the stairs. Okay. Let's have a look. What? Note to self, put those in ramps.
Open door.
Oh, this is nice. Huh.
Close this door.
Yeah, you're right. This is way better than sleeping under a tent.
Yeah, I usually keep my stuff in that chest there. I used to sleep in that bed, and then I
You
sleep
sleep in the
that one.
chest?
So I
Sorry,
kinda
is that what you said?
No, I sleep in this bed. This bed.
Oh, okay, right, sure. And the other
I keep my
bed's not.
stuff in the chest.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you slept in the chest for one moment there, and I was like, that's pretty tragic.
No.
Okay.
No, I don't.
That's awesome.
There's
so-
a downstairs.
Uh-huh.
But there's no door. Like I said, the only entrance is that door up there. It's a little odd.
That is a little odd, but also I kind of like it, you know. It feels more secure that way somehow. Or does it?
I guess, yeah. Oh, one thing to note as well, there are 2 broken windows upstairs.
Oh.
From when a demon jumped through the windows when I wasn't here.
Okay, so that's an important detail. So how frequently do the demons invade your house?
Oh, I'm pretty sure it's dead, right? So
Yeah.
I don't think anymore.
So that one's
I
dead, but
think
what
I'm
about
good
others?
now.
I mean, I know that you have like a continuous demon situation. Is that like a thing?
Well, I think all that's like I'm like slightly worried about is like Anastasia's old warband, but like I haven't
Her old what?
seen anything of them, so I don't. Warband.
Warband, okay.
She saved my village from her old warband.
Well, that's great. So they might think she's here and they might come knocking, but I probably don't look like Anastasia, so that's probably fine. They'll probably just, you know, grab us and
Yeah, you don't look
torture
like
us and figure
Maybe.
things out that way.
So
Uh-huh.
this window and that window are broken. The one above my bed.
That's gonna be kind of windy. Can we get that repaired or like boarded up or something?
A little bit. I haven't. Yeah, I keep forgetting to talk to somebody about that.
Who would you talk to about that?
I don't know. Maybe Revna? Maybe like a senior member?
We might be able to find Revna. Let's go see if we can find him. Be good to get you some security anyway.
Okay.
I think I heard that they were headed to the arena or something. But that was a while ago, so we probably seen him. Let's try the portal anyway. I always forget which one it is. It's the red one, right?
It's this one. I
I
don't
get
know where
these
that
two
one goes. I
confused.
don't remember.
Well, there's a lantern someone's just left in the middle of nowhere.
I'll take that.
Who keeps doing this? And there's another one! God damn it!
Golden Vanguard is to release me from my prison.
What's going on here?
As your advisor, I advise against.
Hey, Revna, do you know how to fix windows?
Where's the problem?
Oh, well, Niley here has 2 broken windows in her home. Because demons broke in through them?
What did you do?
Yeah. A demon jumped through them. Yeah, I don't know what's wrong with them.
I want
think I'm
to
dying or
scrounge
something
them
like
out.
that.
Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Watch your head.
Oh my god! What are you doing?
Too strong.
I was
Show me.
explicitly promised that if I put these in, they wouldn't be canonized. God damn it! Okay.
We have to put a summoning circle around Otto. He's freaking out.
I had to conjure a seal of pictures of me.
Of course you did. I believe you. There was no other way. God fucking damn it.
I embody the ideas of darkness.
I
always think of myself.
I see. That's great.
I don't know how to
Who summoned that other one? I know I didn't do that one.
Well, there we go.
He's like, release me. Release me at once, fiend. We can't. You 3,000-year-old bitch. Let me
At least we got a good idea for me to retire for now.
Yeah.
Was Otto randomly attacking people again? Is that why he's in there?
It's been days.
I don't really know.
Days. I hate it here. I'm laying down. Fucking take a nap. I'm done for it. I'm gonna take a nap.
So is that a no on the knowing how to fix windows situation?
No, but I could learn.
Ooh, careful.
What? That was like a road roller situation.
Well, this is a thing.
So might know.
Well, Otto is dead. Unfortunately.
What?
At least we're
Doctor.
not using that one.
Hi, it's me. What's up?
I don't remember your name.
Here, or Arthur, one of the two.
Birdman. Arthur. Dr. Arthur. The Birdman senior member said he'll have the windows fixed in a day. Apparently he's a groundskeeper.
Oh, that's awesome. I didn't know he was a groundskeeper. We have a groundskeeper? Oh, no, I'm probably in trouble.
You should shake with the other hand, actually. I don't trust a crossbow on your arm.
I say that as well. Could you please put that? Stop pointing that thing at people.
You need to maybe make it so when you're not using it, that it's not primed.
Comfy down here, though.
Yeah, it's kind of.
Aim towards ground. Aim towards ground.
Don't accidentally blow people up.
What on earth are you doing? God damn it.
That's my book now. You're not getting it back.
When it's not in use.
Okay, I'm
Throw it away.
Okay.
I'm gonna go to bed.
Oh, God.
I'll
What
leave
have
the
you done?
door unlocked, Arthur.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Let me grab it for a second.
Yeah, bye.
Oh, shit. That's not working. Okay, yeah, fuck. I think there's something wrong with the script that parents sent to different people. I might have to take another look at that. So the reason it's not working is because you're not the fucking owner. Yeah, they are. Parents? Is that the problem? Oh, you don't know. Okay, that's fine. Don't worry. We'll put this in. You are a parent. Well done. Congratulations on your new kid.
Fenrir, weren't we supposed to have a meeting with seniors?
I think I'm gonna call it for the day. It feels like things are kind of silly here. I don't mind that, but I feel like I don't really want to do anything else. Or rather, there's not really anything that I can do today that will kind of, add to anything. So I think I'll go to my new house, which was this one. Or was it? Which was this one? Or was it? Which was this one? I'll throw my lantern away, like a concerned citizen. Climb up the stairs. Yeah, this is nice.
We are looking at 5 more minutes until the end of session.
Oh, okay, sure. That works out pretty well. In that case, what I'm going to do is I'm going to respawn. And, after going to bed, and then we'll talk a little bit, just about some different bits and pieces, and then we'll go back to Wolong. I want to do a little bit of post-session just to talk to people. But first of all, let's lie down in Arthur's new bed that he totally got. I always remember watching Sophie get into a bed once, and she mimed it, perfectly, and I've never been able to do it, so I don't even bother. I need to get better at my body miming. It was a chill session, but weirdly, we actually did a hell of a lot, so it was good fun.